Job well done.
What's up, Pop fans? And we are back at it with another edition here at Round One Sports TV. I am always your host, Edwin, and where do all fights start?
Round one.
Let's go. Salute, chat. You guys are already in the building. You guys must have been all over YouTube today hearing all these scenarios with what happened during the bid. What does this mean? What took place at the purse bid? And what the hell was Teofimo Lopez doing at the purse bid? Actually, people saving the day. And I mean saving the day. Okay? We gonna get right to it. Yo, shout out to Tio. Yo, listen. Tio, you a real one, Tio. You are a real one. But I think for a different reason. My boy All Facts called T.O. a real one. I'm going to tell you exactly why I think he's a real one. So without further ado, let's break down this show. Please, family, boxing family, do me a favor. Reach down, hit that like button for me. They copyrighted me over 21 times this month over this spit track at the beginning of my intro. So the algorithm has been bumping me out because of the 21 copy strikes. I need to get good back in the good graces of the algorithm. So I'm gonna need you guys to hit that like button for me. Reach down and hit the like button. All right, let's get right into this. Okay. Today at 11 a.m. in San Juan, Puerto Rico, the WBO's headquarters issued a purse bid between the one and only Devin Haney and up and coming mandatory contender, used to be former world champion, and Keyshawn Davis. Now, Keyshawn Davis is the challenger in this match. He is the mandatory, and he put in the paperwork to the WBO to mandate the fight against Teofimo Lopez, and they did, in fact, do that. Right? Okay, today in Puerto Rico. So we all stood by and we watched as they announced the purse bid, and Teofimo Lopez all of a sudden, they open an envelope and it's Teofimo Lopez putting in a bid of 2.3. Now, let's dissect this, people. Let's step back and dissect what's taking place here. Right after Teo took his turn, put in his bid. Now, the WBO, like I said this morning, they're not there for you to waste their time. Time is money. Tio had to pay, I think it was $2,000 just to be there to make a bid, to make sure that you're serious, right? So that you don't have trollers at this purse bid and saying, I want to bet $5 on the Devin Haney and Keyshawn fight because I think that's all it's worth. People trolling there. This is business, and you got to pay to play. And Teofimo Lopez paid the entry fee to get into the game, and he offered 2.3. But let's dissect this, people. A lot of people talked about this, but not one person have I heard on social media say this. And in actuality, Teofimo Lopez saved the day. Why round one? Okay. Save Top Rank would have rolled up to the purse bid today and realized they were the only people in the room. The only other person that bidded on this fight was Teal. Ed Hearn did not bid on this fight. Queensberry did not bid on this fight. Oscar De La Hoya didn't bid on the fight. Turkey Al didn't bid on the fight. Shit, Devin didn't bid on the fight. You know who came to bid on the fight? Tio. And if nobody else would have showed up in Puerto Rico, guess what? Tio would have got the fight for 2.3. Yes, he would have. And because of the fact, see, it wasn't actually Tio there, it was a representative. They can't discuss. So at that point, Top Rank don't know what the offer is in the envelope. They have no idea. See, Top Rank probably pulled up like they always pull up with two envelopes, two separate envelopes. Just like they pulled up in the first Devin Haney, Sando Martin. They looked around, saw nobody else was there. They were probably ready to offer a lot more money. And they just said, oh, 2.5 for this fight. They could have got the Devin Haney fight for $4 million if nobody else was there in Puerto Rico. Because of the fact that Teofimo Lopez put in a bet, forced Top Rank to put in their highest bet. They didn't know what was in that envelope. They didn't know what was in Teal's envelope. They didn't even know it was Teal making the bid. They had the representative just there to hand the letter. When they opened the letter, they found out who it was and who was putting the bid. You understand? This is a game of chess. Teal tried to get the fight for 2.3. Business. Teal, this is business. Teal saw an opportunity to make $1. If you guys slip on this, I'll bid on it, take it, and cash in. But could if somebody else sent Teal there to make sure Teal makes a bid so that other people bid higher? Either way, Teofimo Lopez saved Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. They need to give him a percentage because had it not been for Tio being the other person in the room, Top Rank goes like this. Ain't nobody here. Hey, yo, Uncle Bob, give him envelope number 2. 3 million. He won. He won. Whatever Keyshawn Davis was gambling on, whatever advisors he had whispering in his ears, if I was Keyshawn Davis today, I would fire them. I would fire them. You had $3 million on the table, and they talked you in to going to a purse bid from all these investors that were going to invest. Where were they? Nothing was solid. You didn't have investors, people. You took a gamble in the dark. You took a shot in the dark that somebody was going to buy this fight. You thought Ed Hearn, all these dudes, boxing promoters were going to fight and that the auction was going to go one bid after the other and the highest bid. Well, guess what happened? Here we are again at another Devin Haney fight. And this time, last time only one person bid on the last purse bid that one of his fights went to purse bid. This time, people were in the room. You understand? So, like, yo, Frontline, he's in the building. Early Frontline, huh? What it do, Frontline?
Yo, you gotta turn your mic up. It's mad low on the YouTube side. Like mad low.
Like mad low?
Mad low. Even here.
Really?
Let
Hold
me
on.
guess, you was fucking with the buttons again.
I was fucking with the buttons. What? What? How about now, guys? Tell me now.
It's louder but scratchy. Like,
Yeah? Okay, hold on. Hold on a second. Let's give it the boost. Let's give it the boost. What about now?
on here, on Restream, you sound clear. I don't know about on the YouTube end.
I hope so. Cause I put the high power boost. I wasn't sure if that's what was causing it, and that's what I took off. So I just put it back. Sounds perfect.
You know, he's saying panelist. He's talking about the Nostradamus champion. Sounds perfect.
No, no, the panelist sounds perfect.
Yeah, you sound still low.
Nope. No, me. I still sound low. There's no way I sound low, dog. Hold on.
He's talking about the Nostradamus champion. Sounds perfect. You heard it. You heard it here first at Round One Sports Talk.
He sounds shut the hell up. You be tweaking, dog. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's see now. What about okay, oh, I know what I did. I know exactly what I did. I know exactly what I did. I turned on the mic over here. 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 How about that? Now I turned on the mic completely. Yes, still low. No, there's no way. There's no way that that's low right now. On the YouTube channel, you sound very low. What about now? Come on, guys, hurry up. Tell me in the chat. There's no way I sound low right now. I just turned everything up.
We fight all night said Igloo says
Only
he
way
only
to
hears
hold on.
me. Still low says Towers. Hey, we fight all night says you need a super mic. I told him, I said the super mic trash just like the belt.
Yo, that is not happening right now. The fuck did I do? Hold on, guys. Hold on. This ain't I don't what the hell is going on?
While you get that fix, wanted to ask you,
Yep.
did you see that post that Top Rank put out? I sent it to you,
Where
but they actually finally put it down. So this is a co-promotion between Top Rank and DHP.
yeah. Hold on a second. I'm gonna try to do this testing. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Thank you for tuning in. The okay, Mike. Let's see. Did that fix it right there? We could hear you when just having to
They
cut
got to cut the volume all the way up.
all the way up.
Yo, check the connection on the cable tower set.
I did, bro.
Make sure it's plugged in all the way.
If it wasn't plugged in all the way, you wouldn't hear me. Oh shit, that just clicked and shit. What about now? Still low? Still low? No? Get the fuck out of here, bro. What the fuck? Yo, and I believe you guys because the sound thing over here is mad low. It is. It's mad low. Oh shit, that's okay. Hold on. What the hell? I see it now. I see what you guys are talking about. I see exactly what you guys are talking about. Hold on. All right. Why does it? Okay. So if that is that, right? And wait a minute, wait a minute, okay, maybe it's this. What about here? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna put it like right about there.
Hey, Rick says, does your mic have a gain knob?
The gain knob? Um,
Not
no.
gay.
The
Gain.
gain. I know what it is, you dumbass.
You said a gain knob.
I said again, bro. My Boston accent. Shut up. Yo, the game verbiage, does that go up or down?
Go up with it. See what happens, and then go down with it.
Hold up. Let me see. The gain all the way up here. Let me see. I could
You're sounding better here on my end now.
yeah. Right. So I'm turning this up like up. So I put that about 17. Let me put that right about there. And then I guess uh it's still low on my end. Why is it low? All right, let me take this off and let me take this off. Let me see what happens. I guess that turned it up a little bit right there. That I can see it on my end. It turned it up.
Yeah, they
It
said it
actually
did
did.
improve a little bit. Igloo says this is a disaster. James said that's better.
Yo, the show
James said,
must go
fuck it,
on.
let's roll with it.
Let's roll with it, bro. Jesus Christ, bro.
There you go. No, not whatever you did, leave it, leave it. They said better.
Better? It's better now?
Beautiful now.
Is it?
Beautiful.
Then let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it.
All
Let's
right,
go
get
with
your
it,
fingers
people.
off that shit. You're gonna fuck it up some more.
You good, bro. All right. Maybe I try to add a couple new features. Didn't work out so good. Okay. All right,
Hey,
listen. So, yeah, go ahead.
so that post I sent you with
Yes.
top rank co-promoting with DHP.
All right. Well, okay. Check this out. The problem with this is that DHP has a contract with the zone, right? Okay. So Devin Haney's whole thing really basically is that he wants to be have like Devin Haney's promotion, right? Okay. So hold on, let me just get this up here. Okay. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. In order to be a co-promoter, you got to be putting up some money. You can't be a co-promoter and not putting up a dollar. It doesn't work that way. That means some of that money is coming from Devin, top rank, put 8.5 together. They bid it on the fight. So Devin, in fact, bid it on his fight. Devin, promoter, is um the zone now. He's got like a 4-fight, 3-fight deal with the zone, and he's going with it with through them. But like I was saying before, you guys heard me real low. What I was saying was that I don't think anybody thought that Teofimo Lopez was going to make a bid. But had it not been for Teofimo Lopez there to make a bid in San Juan, Puerto Rico, Top Rank would have walked away with this for the low. They would have retracted their bid. They'd have called the office. Hey, nobody's here. Put in a bid for 4 million. Let's buy the fight and let's beat feet. We just did the one of the biggest heists. Teofimo Lopez didn't think nobody was going to show up. Last time Devin Haney's fight went to purse bid, only one person showed up, bidded on the fight. This time, two people showed up. So because of the fact that Teofimo Lopez sent somebody there, a representative with an envelope, see, they didn't know what was in the envelope. They didn't know who was bidding. They didn't know if that envelope is being sent over by Turkey, by whoever. The only way they found out what the bid was is when they opened the envelope and realized it was Tio and he put 2.3. And the guy that was there for Top Rank gave it over, but the people at the headquarters at Top Rank knew they already won. They were popping bottles, but they saw that they overbid it. They overbid it Tio by like $5-6 million. Shit. Actually, they overbid it Tio by six point
6.2.
something million.
6.2.
Yeah, they overbid it Tio. Had they
6.25 to be exact.
right, had they known that, Top Rank would have said, "Yo, just 4 million." They would have walked away with the fight for 4. And then I said, "You, Keyshawn and Devin better thank Tio. They better thank him because had Tio not been there betting on this fight, Top Rank had no competition. They could have made whatever offer. What'd you say the starting bid was? 200,000. I'm starting at 200,000. Who's here to bet against me? Who? Going once, going twice, sold. They better be thankful. Whatever advisors Keyshawn Davis had in his corners advising him, nah, take it to first bid. People are going to bid on this. I would fire all of them. You had $3 million on the table. What are you getting now? Listen, let's do the numbers, people, right? In a weird way, quiet is kept. Keyshawn can almost get 3. In actuality, Keyshawn Davis, you can pay him, let's say, 2.5, right? You got another half a million sitting right there, right? You take the first half a million, the 5.50, just make it a half a million, put it to the side. That's $1 million to the side. You only paid Keyshawn 2. That's it. You give Devin 4.5, 5. Let's say you give Devin 4.5, Keyshawn 2.5, right? So that's 6, that's 7, 8, and yeah, with 1.15 million 50, you have to do the rest of the fight. The full main event, you pay them 300,000 between them. You give 200,000 to the A side or the other side, and you give 100,000 to the other side, and you buy yourself a co-main event. With the rest of the other money, you buy the venue, you turn on the lights, and you get a pretty decent card. Everybody fighting for like 25,000, 50,000 here and there, and you trickle the rest of the money down the thing. So there's a possibility Keyshawn can still get 2.5 if Devin 4.5. Take the rest of the money, buy the venue. There's three places they were looking. They was in Las Vegas, the Barclays Center, and somewhere in Georgia,
Georgia,
somewhere or something. Right?
Georgia.
Right. Okay. Now think about the three places. The Georgia one is going to favor Keyshawn Davis. Devin Haney's from Las Vegas. The most neutral spot, the Barclays Center. You take the Barclays Center, turn on the lights with the money you have left over. We got ourselves a fight. That's it. You put all the money in the main event. So there is a way Keyshawn still can get a good piece, a nice piece of change. It doesn't have to be 1.5. My boy All Facts was like, he's gonna get 1.5. I'm like, nah, it might seem that way. But if you do the math, their budget is 855. That's Top Rank's budget. Now, if you work for me, let's pretend front line. We're Top Rank. I'm Bob Aaron. I
Bosses,
have them right there. So the
bosses
bag
don't get
downstairs.
interrupted. But bosses don't get interrupted.
Okay, check this out. Check this out. Yeah, bosses don't get interrupted. My bag. Shut up. Shut up. So, um, um, hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah, we know who's the boss in that household.
So anyway, check this out. Right, where was I?
You was talking about make pretend that you're top rank.
Okay, okay. Make pretend I'm top rank. Front line. You work for me. Your budget is 8.55. If you come back to me after you put everything the fight together and everything's all said and done, if you put that, and you come back to me and you say the bill's $13 million, you're fired. You had a budget of 8.5. You don't go over the budget. You understand? Your job is to make everything happen. This is what you're working with. You understand? And when Devin Haney's co-promoting this, right, with I guess Bob Arum or whatever, right? Um, the thing is, Devin Haney DHP can't pull this kind of event off. Does Devin Haney know everybody in, the people to call in New York that come and set up the stages? Do they come and he knows the advertising, the PR team? Does he work with them? Bob Arum and them, they got a set of people they've been working for years with. Whenever they have an event in whatever city, they've already established all of that. Devin, I don't think he knows what to call, what to look out for, what not to overpay for. Bob Arum and them, they got a history with these guys in New York. It's the same group of guys or whatever, PR team, whatever. If you're at the Barclay has a staff, they take care of that. They put up the ring, they put up everything. But you got to get flyers there. Then your streaming people, they're the ones that provide the people that are going to commentate. Then your PR team got to promote the fight. Then you got to make sure your name is up there, bright lights, this, that, and the third. Bob Arum takes care of all that. See, DHP is putting up money. In order for you to be announced as the co-promoter, you don't get announced as a co-promoter not putting up nothing. You understand? So, but they just don't have all the connections Bob Arum has. They can't make everything go off without a hitch. There's a lot of people that are hired. When Bob Arum goes and puts on a fight, let's just say hypothetically, he has Lizzie, and he tells Lizzie, that girl, he said, yo, Lizzie, take care of my PR. Lizzie has a team. He calls there. They form like Voltron. Boom, they get it done. Well, after the fight, they like how they function, they broadcast team, whatever, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. On to the next. Bob Aaron will call you the next time. Come back. And throughout the course of the history, there's a relationships here. To put together a fight, it's a lot more. You got celebrities. Bob Arum is calling celebrities to the fight. People he know. His PR team, not Bob Arum himself, of course. But he got an office of people. Yo, we got this fight. Come out. We'd love to see you there. Yes, as a matter of fact, we got 2 tickets for you and your wife. Come out. Some Knicks basketball player or something. You know, and it's all publicity. But Devin Haney and Bill Haney can't. They don't. Bill might know people in the music industry, industry, but in boxing, there's a lot that goes behind the scene. And if you don't want to fumble the bag and you want to cash in, you got to make sure that your promotion, your publicity, they're promoting the fight right. Your fight conferences, who's gonna hold them? Like, does everybody got the pictures up right? All the lights in place. Who's organizing all of this? Well, Bob Arum got a guy. He's got a guy he's been working with for years. I know a guy. Hey, I want balloons. I know a guy, Bob Arum. He's a real New Yorker. I got a guy. He get it done. DHP promotion can't do that. They can't do that. And concentrate on the fight. Nah, I'll just put up some money. Call me when the fight is over. Give me my check. And it's just Devin Haney cashing in on himself. But I guess Devin really believed in himself. And I think that Devin is getting what he wants out of this fight. And I think we're going to have ourselves a fight. The one that I
So
think dragged their feet is Keyshawn. Go
so
ahead.
the rumors right now is that Keyshawn still hasn't signed. I don't know how true that is. That's all coming from obviously the Haney sexuals, but
Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Okay. I don't know who the fuck said that. At this point, we went to a purse bid. There's nothing to sign. What are you talking about? So you tell that person I said that. That's what we go to a purse bid for. The contract was for that we don't go to a purse bid. The fight has been sold. We're looking for a venue now. Speed up, please. I don't know what the fuck that guy's talking about. Signed to what? You know, um, he might have not liked the terms or don't agree to it. And if he pulls out, he pulls out. Go ahead, Keyshawn, do it. Keyshawn, that will be the last main event you ever hold. You miss weight on 2 main event. You got 2 no contest on your resume, and fucking your very next main event again. You're not a businessman now, are you? Nobody's gonna want to do business with you. And as a matter of fact, Keyshawn, when your name came across the board, Teofimo Lopez and Top Rank are the only 2 people that showed up. For all your fucking bluffing, this means to tell me, Keyshawn, you were bluffing the entire time. Usually, when you do a smart business move and a lot of business shit that you see going on, right? Sometimes you have inside information. And the reason why Keyshawn was holding back, I felt one part was maybe he had some inside information saying that there were some investors that were very interested in the fight and that they were going to invest in the fight. Where were your investors? Or were you just bluffing? Was Keyshawn Davis actually bluffing and gambling on the fact that he thought all these investors were going to come out for him? What was it that Keyshawn was being told? When you had an offer on the table, allegedly it was 3 million. In some circles, I'm hearing it was 3 million guaranteed. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So you got a $3 million guarantee. In order for Keyshawn Davis to get over $3 million, somebody would have had to bid on the fight like 16 million. Like 16 million, 15 million, somewhere around there. And and for him to get more than $3 million. So that wasn't a $16 million fight.
Question: the 8.55 that Top Rank bid, because I'm a little confused. They're bidding on a Keyshawn versus Haney fight.
Yup.
They're not betting on a card. So is it safe to say that the 8.5 is for the Keyshawn versus Haney
No,
fight, or is it for the card itself?
no, 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 no. And sometimes I'm taken back by for how long a lot of these guys have been in the sport of boxing and how many purse bids they've seen throughout the years. Okay, when you make a purse bid, this is your budget. Now you can go over your budget. Ed Hearn did this a lot. And Ed Hearn, when he first came out, he looks like a fucking he overpaid fighters. He lost investors, I heard, like $1 billion. I'm not sure how true that is or close to it. They were saying they were gonna fire Ed Hearn and everything because he would buy the fight for a purse bid and then spend mad bread on dumb shit. He had to learn. He had to learn. So this is what I'm telling you. Top Rank, this is not their first rodeo. This is what we bought the fight for. You putting together the entire card with 8.55. That's your budget.
Got you.
E- Everybody in that. So you can't give all the money to Keyshawn and Devin, but the majority of the money is going to be split among them. Yes. I thought, or I think maybe 6 million will be thrown against them. Four will go to Devin, and two, and maybe one in some change might go to Keyshawn, and they'll go out and get themselves a decent co-main event. The lower you pay Devin and Keyshawn, the more money you got to spend on the rest of the card and who you can get to come on the card for the money. It's like playing fucking fantasy football. And your budget that when you start off is, $50,000. And you buy one guy for 6,000 and you buy another guy. There's a guy there for 12. Which if you spend too much, so you got to balance it out to make your team. Same shit with the budget in boxing. You're gonna have to pay everybody, and I mean top to bottom. Your budget is 8.55. And you got to get the venue. You got to make sure everything is paid. That's your budget. Sometimes things go a little over budget and the promoter comes out of pocket himself in other areas. That happens all the time, right? But this is what you want to get. But sometimes you can get like a real good co-main event and you're like, oh shit, I can even make this fight pay-per-view even bigger. Why? Because I don't got one fight, I got two fights. And the guys on the co-main event, they got fans and they're selling tickets. So now I got to pay Keyshawn and Devin a little less because I need them to get on the co-main event because Keyshawn and Devin ain't going to sell this car by themselves. I need somebody else. You know what I mean? And that's just smart. You don't want everybody sleeping the whole night. When is Devin getting in the ring? Wake me up when Keyshawn and Devin. No, you want to, by the time we get to that fight, you want to know that the fans already witnessed the fight. You ever get those nights where it's like two or three amazing fights, and then you like, oh shit, Night of Box has been crazy. Main event ain't even went yet. Oh shit, we got the main event. Like one of those kind of nights.
You're not a
So you
super
get,
night. I got you.
okay, not a super night. That's fucked up. You taking shots at super. Okay. But but yeah,
Yo, Pug
but
got
yeah,
Pug got a good point. Pug says, "LOL,
what's he say?
the Haniac logic, self defeating. If anyone going to walk away from the fight, isn't it the $150 million man with Big Shakur and Take fight options compared to 6 million in a 8.5 purse bid with Key? That's the
Yo,
luxury DB3 has for making cards. They got all tiers covered for that budget. How you know Key just not trying to squeeze an extra mil for his brothers to get on the card? Frank Martin debut versus Calvin Davis, easy budget. Brian Norman Jr. versus Tiger Johnson or Rohan Polanco, easy budget. Any 154 prospect on DHP side to challenge 154 Keon Davis. Top Rank and WBO got the PR stable of fighters for your undercards.
Yes, they do. And I said that this morning.
Ugly
Like,
cooking.
yeah, he is. I said that this morning. Remember when Top Rank was putting those cards together? They were pretty decent cards with a bunch of amazing young fighters. We were just getting familiar at the time. I'm taking a little bit of 2 years back, right? When the card was like Xander Zayas, fucking Shushu Carrington, fucking Big Baby, the Vargas kid. Who am I missing? Um, um, Xander
Tiger
Zayas,
Johnson, Xander.
Xander. Remember all them top rank cards with
Yep,
all them kids? That was a cheap card. None of them kids were getting paid $1 million. Not one, not even close. And they had them all on that card. You get a card like that, put it right underneath that Keyshawn, and we'll be entertained. We will be entertained until their fight starts. Yes, we
for
will.
sure.
Read the
Yo,
chat.
let me
Again,
shout out
oh,
let
you
me
just
shout out
did.
the
Yeah, go
chat.
ahead.
Let me shout
Yep.
out the chat. Shout out to Richard in the building. He said Camarón versus Roach. That is the fight. Mac Majestic, salute in the building. El brother Naldo in the building. Ill Will in the building. He says, I think Key went against his advisor. Santos boxing in the building. I like how Tio bid on it. Richard says, salute guys. What up, frontline? Subriel Matías, pelea para septiembre, octubre. La pregunta, le pregunté al ministro. So he asked ministro, Subriel's coming back September, October. Santos Boxing says, you heard something about Keyshawn tried to duck? Question. Shout out to Towers in the building, Rick in the building, James in the building. Who else in the building? Who else? Who else? Igloo in the building. Rick in the building. Oh, I said Rick already. Let's say it again. Who else? Who else? David Delgado in the building. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Max says pug cooked. LOL. Um,
Shout out to all the Round One Sports Talk members. Thank you for being members. You guys are the guys that make this show possible. Continue to show your support. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the Round One Sports Talk family. Thank you for tuning in. Please do me a favor, hit that like button for me. Hey, yo, Frontline. Listen, um, this situation with Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney should open our eyes to the star status and the value of these fights. You see, these guys are always talking about these big numbers, 20 million, 13 million, this, that, and the third. But as you can see, that's not what the case really is. I try to tell you sometimes a lot of these things are Hollywood. There's a real number here, though, to be played. That's that pay per view. How many people tune in? Hey, the zone is going to give them, a portion. So I'm curious to see what that is, what they make on the back end. Keyshawn Davis might get 2 million, maybe 1 point something, and my boy All Facts ends up being right. Shit, maybe they take a little bit more money out their ass and get a real good co-main event. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I tell you, that's the budget, and that's who won the fight right there. Top Rank is taking lead. They're the lead promoter in this fight. They're gonna say where the fight is being scheduled, what the equipment we're fighting. They're gonna let the fighters pick out their gloves, and they're gonna be in charge of the rest of it. And they're gonna make this fight happen. And whatever investors believed in this fight, then they'll laugh at the end if the fight is a success. We'll find out on the numbers.
let me ask you this though.
Yep.
Could we possibly be seeing a takeover promotion card soon?
You never know. Well, what I'm prepared to see is a takeover co-promoted, just like Devin did. He's gonna go with probably Bob Arum. You see, you got to understand, for those that were worthy, for those that stayed the course, for those that followed the blueprint, the Bob Arum blueprint. If you're a boxer and you want to stop boxing in your career and start doing promoting, Bob Arum will show you the way, just like Oscar De La Hoya. That was Bob Arum's fucking son. Bob Arum made Golden Boy. Now, Golden Boy, he didn't stay the course. He liked to party, end up in fucking stockings with high heels, some freaky shit. But he still was a dude, or a man about it. You know what I'm saying? Just doing some freaky shit, some real P Diddy shit. But he was a G. But he business model no. But if Teofimo Lopez after boxing starts rubbing elbows with Bob Arum, he starts to pay attention and listen from Bob Arum sprung a lot of promoters, but a lot of them weren't like Bob Arum. He lived this shit. You had to be, not always spending your money. Make sure you got money for a rainy day for another fight. Some of these guys will get some of this money in and spend it quick and think they're always going to get investors because they don't put in a lot of money because the investors always put it in. But you need those guys. So Bob Arum does other shit behind boxing. He shows up to these events, to these fucking ballroom dances, whatever they are, cocktail parties, golf courses, where a lot of real business is discussed. And that's what he does, Bob Arum. He's about this life. And if Teal thinks that, out of anybody you want to mirror, Bob Arum's going to fuck you over, of course, because he's going to welcome you into promoting. He's going to sucker you in a deal that's the ritual. You got to go down, you got to go through it. You know, um, what's his name? Bob Arum made Oscar. Oscar made Bernal Hopkins. You see, Bernal Hopkins made other little small promoters. You see, and then um, Bob Arum taught Oscar how to be a snake. And when he went into negotiations with Bill Haney, who snaked Bill Haney in the contract in the wording and got extra millions, and Devin and Bill didn't like that. That's why, in actuality, Bill and Devin wanted to take Golden Boy to court when they heard that Ryan paid Oscar $1 million. That when it came into the fault, that the money went to Oscar, not even to Bill. Like Oscar worded in the contract, he rocked Bill Haney. He taught Bill Haney and Devin a very valuable lesson in contracting. And guess who taught Oscar that? Bob Arum.
A cut creator says Bob won't do that for Tio. He disrespected Top Rank too much. See, cut. This is where I would disagree with you on that because
Yeah, yeah.
at the
Bob Arum. Yeah,
it's
go ahead.
business. It's
It's business.
business.
Yeah, his
If
blood is his color is green. Bob Arum's color is green. You know what I'm saying? And if you see, he'll Bob Arum will forget all of that. He's like this. If 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 you talk about what Bob Arum likes, you show interest. That little old man is going. He's you know he's going to show you. He's going to teach you. I mean, Tio's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. No, he's said some outlandish shit, but even Bob Arum has said a lot of outlandish shit. He's not the type of man that can sit there and say, I'm going to judge you on what you said when he has a history of saying some crazy shit, Bob Arum himself. So you think because of a couple words? No, if Theo shows real interest and like, bro, like, uh, I don't want to say too many things. I want to, I've been like stuttering for a second because there's a lot of things I want to say, but I don't want to offend anybody like Bob Arum's son and all them dudes. Like, if you ask me, bro, some people, I don't know, maybe they're not meant for this or something, or maybe they just don't want what their dad has, or I don't know. But you ever have that situation where the father worked hard all his life and he built this big company and his son is just a fuck up, in the nicest way. And you can't trust him to run shit. You wouldn't trust him to go to the cleaners to get your fucking suit, let alone run your business. And here's this kid that's been working in your business for 20 years. And he's like your son. He's the son you always wanted. And he's the one you leave the business to. And then your son and your family, when you're dead, they're trying to push him out because he's not blood. He's not in the will or some shit or whatever. And life has a tendency of being that way. And there were a lot of people that were around Bob Arum 25 years ago that I thought if that guy stays around Bob, he's going to end up running top rank. And for some reason, not one of them, and I mean not one of them, are around. The people that are doing it now is like, see, like Bob Arum hasn't been at the helm for over 8 years, some shit like that. I know it's been a long time. He's not, he's just the face of top rank. He's 90 fucking years old. He don't got time to do this shit.
Hey,
But he'll love to talk boxing with you.
Pug just came in
Yeah.
with this. He said, just came across the news that Tank versus Ryan purse up front was 7.5 mil. 5 mil for Tank guaranteed and Ryan 2.5 mil guaranteed. Haney versus Key is 6-2. 6 million, 2 million. Not bad for Haney versus Key, right? Question. And that said it's locked for October 3rd, TNT and ATL.
Stop. Where does he get 6'2"? Because of 8?
I don't
Because of
know.
the
That's what
number
he's
8?
no, I that's what he said. He's saying that he just got news in. Haney
Right.
versus Key is 6-2. Not bad for Haney versus Key, right? And then he said
6'2".
it's
Well,
locked in.
stop. Just you keep reading. Why don't you stop when you said the number? Where does he get the number 6'2"?
I don't know. He just got it in, I guess, from somebody that
Well,
inside or
you
whatever.
okay. Okay, check it out. Then
Yo, shout out
what
to
do you
one lump sum. It's $5 super chat. He said you a real one, round one.
what up? Yo, so what are they gonna have to fight outside in the street? Because if you give the whole $8 million to the two fighters, what are you gonna pay the venue? What are you gonna pay the co-main event? What are you gonna pay the rest of the card? You gotta put like 12 other fights. You're gonna have five fights in the main event card. You gotta have the prelim card, the main event for the prelims. I mean, it's not gonna be a lot of money, but there's gonna be about 12 boxing matches on that card. What are you gonna pay them? Peanuts? IOUs? Because you just gave 6 to Devin and 2 to and said not bad. And try to say that was better or more money than than the um the fucking Ryan versus Tank Davis fight. Because I let me work your memory here. Let me work your memory. Although Ryan and Tank Davis, they got whatever it was, 6 million or whatever for the purse. You do remember that what fight was it? Was it
See,
the Ryan fight when he wait when he broke the Barkley gate for 5 million at the door?
that was Ryan and
Tank
Haney.
no, no, that was a Tank fight. Tank got the record at the Barkley Center. Tank sold $5 million at the door. He broke a record in the Barkley. Tank Davis did that. And then see, there's a real dollar amount here because, like Tank Davis, see, you only paid Tank Davis's purse, and Ryan Garcia's purse was this, that, and the third. It's like Ryan Garcia's purse against Devin Haney. Ryan Garcia didn't make all his money off the purse. He made it off the pay per view.
All right, so the chat's going crazy right now. So um
He
let me
got
see
like
here.
20 million. Ryan Garcia got like $20 million on the back end.
Dre said Haney versus Key higher purse now. Wow. Then he says we really need Haney versus Ryan too. Then Pug says, yeah, generally it's 6-2 because of the 8 mil purse bid earlier. Then
Okay,
Dre
okay, wait.
says TBV said it was a 6-2 split.
Yeah,
Then says the
you
rest
see
of the
that.
card will be off the street. The venue doesn't come out of that. It's a purse bid. Keyword. So
No,
it goes back to
no,
what I asked you earlier.
no, 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 no,
The
no, no.
purse
See,
bid. That's
Right.
what I thought. I thought the same thing they're talking about. I
No,
thought the
no, no,
purse
no, no.
bid is
The
for the
purse
Keyshawn
bid,
versus Haney fight.
no, no, no. That bid that they bid was for the entire fight, the entire card. Your budget is 8.55. That's your budget for the entire fight under top rank. You want to spend more than that, spend more than that. But when you were trying to buy the fight, the rights to the fight, you're trying to buy the rights to the fight. You're buying the main event, and it's up to you to put the co-main event and everybody else. So since Top Rank is the lead promoter, that's where the fighters are going to come from Top Rank. And then now Top Rank, he can go to Ed Hearn, he can go to Queensberry, he can go to anybody. Yo, you guys got fighters with names. You guys want to put them on this card, make a little money? And they're
See,
all under the zone. They're all under the zone
now,
banner.
now I'm a little confused
Why?
because remember I asked you earlier,
Right.
when you go to a purse bid, you're bidding for that fight. You're bidding for Keyshawn,
No, no, you're
Devin.
bidding
You're
for the
you're
right. No, no,
hold on,
no.
Edwin, hold on. Let me finish. Let me
Yeah,
finish.
yeah.
You're bid. You're not bidding for the card because there's no card made up yet. You're bidding for
Oh my
Haney
God.
versus Davis, Keyshawn.
No, you're not. No,
Okay,
you're not. That's
I'm telling you.
impossible.
Hold on, I'm telling you what I thought a purse bid is. A purse bid
Oh no,
is you're
no,
betting on
no,
on that fight. That's what you're
no,
bidding on.
no,
Now,
no,
when you put the
no,
card together, there's extra money that gets dished out by the
no.
promotional
I
company
don't know why you would. I don't know. That's what you're saying. To me,
because
it doesn't make any sense. But
it
it's
makes
just
perfect
wrong.
sense.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. What you're saying is just wrong. Okay,
How are you gonna bid on a fight, right? This is now mind you, I might be wrong.
oh, you're
I'm
wrong. You're dead wrong.
but I'm asking. This is what I'm
Yeah.
asking because
All right. Go ahead.
if I'm bidding on a fight, not a card, a fight.
Wow. Go
If
ahead.
I'm
Keep.
bidding
Go ahead.
if I'm bidding on Haney
Tell me when
versus
you're done.
if I'm bidding Haney versus Keyshawn, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm putting a bid in for that fight.
No, no,
So for
no,
that
no,
fight,
no.
if I bid like Top Rank did 8.55, that's for that fight.
Okay, okay, just stop right
Now,
there. Just wait, wait, wait. Just stop front line. Just stop right there. Let me walk you through something for 10 seconds and maybe it'll take this weird way of thinking out of your head. If that was actually true, that means they would have a purse bid for the co-main event for the next fight, and others investors can sneak in their fights on the same card. You'd have chaos. How could you bet for one fight on the card? Does that even make sense? Then all of a sudden, the co-main events, what a new bunch of investors come in, and then you got all these investors on one card. No, that's why you buy the rights to the fight. You buy the fight, it's up to you to put all the other fights underneath it. You bought the rights to the main event. That's all you need. Then you, as the promoter, you organize who you want to come onto your card and you start to put the card together under the balance of what you bid, the purse bid. The purse bid is the number that that way gangsters and mobsters don't come and funnel money into boxing. They need to have tax stubs. They got to pay taxes on the money, everything.
no,
So
we
when
know
it's
all that.
so when it's wait, wait, wait,
I'm
wait,
gonna
wait,
look
wait,
into
wait.
it though.
So when it's reported that this is the amount, that is the budget for everything. For everything.
But you don't have everything at the
Oh,
moment of the
Jesus
bid.
Christ. But front line, for the love of God, you cannot buy or just bid on one fight. That doesn't make sense. That means that somebody else would be able to come in and bid on the co-main event. Then somebody could come in and bid on the third
No,
fight.
I think you're overthinking it and what you call it. So let's just say the purse bid. I'm gonna look it up. But when you bid on a fight, hence the purse bid, right? That purse is for those fighters.
No,
And then
Okay.
there's got
Check
to
this
be a
out.
separate budget
Nah.
for the
That would
rest of
be
the venue and the rest of the
nah.
card.
That would be whack. That means I'm gonna make two tax returns. I'm telling you that I
No,
did
you're
business. Okay, wait. First of all, I just bought something for 8.5 million. I just bought a product. I bought this fight right here for 8.5 million. You mean to tell me that after I bought that for 8.5 million, I give the entire 8 million to them? I got to come out of my pocket for an additional $2 to $3 million, and then that's just what what you think I'm Ed Hearn? That didn't work for Ed Hearn.
no, that's
Every
like you
time,
buying that's
okay,
like you buying a
okay,
house for 8.5 million.
okay.
But
There's
listen,
never
listen
been
to
a
me. Unfurnished. You go, your furniture is your undercard, right?
Jesus Christ. This is
When you
bad.
go to sell it, you're not gonna sell it for the 8.5. You're gonna sell it for
Okay,
more because
they're
you're
not
furnishing it.
furniture. These guys are not furniture, and they're not house. You can't use that as in here in this
Look,
situation.
shout out to
No,
Matt. He said already looked it up. It's only for those fighters. That's what a purse bid is. It's only for those fighters. Round one, Google that. Does a purse bid cover what does a bid cover a purse
I've
bid
been
cover in
around
boxing?
boxing for 30 years. If I don't know what a purse bid is by now, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm telling you right now, my friends are promoters. Jose Camachito and all they are promoters. I've
All right,
had Rachel Donaire up here talking about promoting what the bids were. We've had conversations about this on Round One Sports Talk. I've had
Edwin.
real
The
promoters come up here and break this down already. What
I'm
are we talking about?
I'm gonna break it down for you right now, real quick. The purse
Jesus
bid is for
Christ.
the fight, the mandatory. That's why it was mandated by the WBO. It's for that fight. It's
No,
not.
it's not. Oh my God. Look, the purse bid, it is for the fight. Yes. The concept, I told you, you're buying the fight. You're buying the Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis. Your budget is 8.55. You got to put that fight together for this much. Now, if you want to go ahead and give $8 million to them, you can. But and then the rest of your card is not going to be that good. We broke this all down. You're going to have to take a little bit of money away from Keyshawn and them to buy a better co-main event. I don't know where I went wrong. So it's up to you. Your budget is this. This is your budget. If you want to overspend on your budget for something you bid it on, well, then you know what? Go ahead. That's not smart business because you just got it for the low. Why would you want to overpay when you think you just got a good deal? You don't want to shoot over 8.5. That's the goal. Make it happen with that. That's your budget. You bought the fight. All the 8.5, technically, if you want to give it just to those two fighters, you can do that. You can do that. You can give six Devin and two to Keyshawn and take the other um 500,000, buy a little venue, and get a couple fighters. Go ahead and do that if you want to. And I'm telling you, you're not going to have a good card. Business wise, model wise,
Nah,
yes,
Edwin.
you.
I think you're mistaken. I think
Oh my
you're
God.
mistaken. Look it up.
Wow. Wow. This is crazy. All right.
No, just look. I'm not
Nah,
saying it. I'm not going against you. I'm just saying it logically. Logically, think about it.
no, no, I did think about it. What you're
When you
saying
go
doesn't
into a
make
purse
sense.
bid, when you go into a purse bid, you don't know what the card's gonna bring. It's up to you as a
There is
promoter.
no card.
Exactly, you're bidding
Okay,
on
okay.
that fight.
No
That's my
shit. I
point.
don't know where the miscommunication is going. I don't know how this is happening. Right. One more time. You buy the fight. You buy Keyshawn versus Devin Haney. Okay.
Right.
You buy it for 8.55.
That's for
Right.
that fight. Exactly. For that fight, not for the card.
No. Listen. You bought the fight. The first bid was 8.55, right? You buy the fight. Okay. It's up to you as the promoter. What do you do? This is your budget. This you don't have to give all this money to the fight, the main event. No, you don't. What you gotta do is you gotta space it out. You gotta buy the venue. You gotta get the co-main event. You gotta pay at least the prelims. They're not gonna be there's not that much money with $500,000 just out of the eight. That half, you can get yourself a pretty decent card. You can get like 12 fighters for $500,000, bro. It's not a lot of money. The bulk of your money is going to go to the main event. We all know this. But how do you want to do it? How do you want to do it? It's not that what you're saying is we get 8.5, we split 8.5 between Keyshawn and Devin. That's what you're saying. Then we
Yes.
take extra money. Then we take extra money and we buy the
Yes.
co-main event. We buy everything else. So at the end, you come back with a bill of $13 million. When we bought the fight for 8.5, you come back with a bill with 13, you're fucking fired.
Let me catch up with the chat because they,
If
they
if
they
you
they
do that, if
cooking.
you walk and listen, because that's what the bid is for. That is
No,
what the bid is for. We bid to outbid each other because this is the max dollar of what we think this fight is worth. Our profit, if you if you buy the fight for 8.5 and you come out spending 13 million, that's why they said Turkey never made any money on his
okay,
returns.
Edwin. Just so you know, a purse bid is for a specific fight.
Jesus Christ. I thought we established that.
The card, the complete card, is done by the promoter. Has
That
nothing to
has,
do with the
oh my
bid.
God, bro, this is not happening. This is not
Listen,
happening.
listen.
Frontline, stop. You're
Everybody keeps
looking,
saying Google it. Everybody saying Google. Everybody, look. Everybody. Look,
there's not
Matt
a
says
person in this
already looked
room.
it up. It's
That,
only for those fighters. Low key says
Jesus
round one.
Christ,
Google
bro.
what does a purse bid cover in boxing? Precise says yes. Purse bid is only for the main event. Cut creator said, how can it be for everything if one fighter gets 75% and the other fighter gets 25? The
No,
undercard
no,
cannot be
no, no, no,
included.
no, 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 no,
Once
no,
you own the main
no.
event, it's up.
I
It's an
want to rip my
analogy.
skin out. I want to rip my skin out today.
The promoter that
Listen,
wins pays for everything else separately.
Jesus Christ.
You're wrong as two left shoes
Nah,
round one.
nah,
You
bro.
talking about
Listen.
business. You're not well versed in says precise. Damn, I jumped in at the right time, says precise. Google, bro. Google says Mac. It's not the budget. Damn, read your chat round one, says precise. To
Yo,
round one
check it out.
benefit, if his
Li-
logic applies for Tank versus Ryan, Tank was guaranteed 5 mil and Ryan guaranteed 2.5.
wow.
According to
This
Google,
is
I have
crazy.
no
This is
clue
crazy.
what their total budget was.
Okay, that's the
You
problem right there.
you got to have to
Stop, 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 because I'm going to mute all of you. Stop.
yeah,
Okay? You guys are all fucking dumbasses. Okay? Right? Because, listen, before you go to the first bid, if we had a contract bid and I release the bid, I'm only releasing the bid of what I'm paying them. And the rest of the budget, we didn't know because it was only a contract what was released. Once the fight is sold, once the fight is sold, yeah, and I said it, you're actually buying Devin Haney and fucking Keyshawn Davis. I don't know where the miscommunication goes.
Edwin, the
I don't know.
purse bid.
Oh my God, listen to me.
Yo, do
Okay,
a simple Google search real quick.
no, 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 I don't have to. I don't have to.
Edwin, but I
Listen,
think you're wrong on this
no,
one.
no, 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 no. I don't think. I don't think. No, no.
Yes, I gotta laugh
Bro,
because
you guys,
logically,
you
just
guys are bugging, bro. When have you ever heard in your fucking life? When have you ever heard in your life a purse bid goes split, right? And the exact number that the fight was sold for went only to them two. Just name me one situation that happened in. That it wasn't a contract bid. I'm talking about a fight that went to
E-
the purse bid. Don't
Edwin,
confuse. Wait,
you're
hold up, hold
wrong.
up, hold
You're
up.
wrong.
Don't confuse. Yes, don't confuse a contract bid with what we did because, like I tell you guys all the time, I don't know the particulars in the contract. But this fight was live. The it went to. This is not a gate. This is not like you sold $5 million at the gate. Guarantee you, you are not taking 8.5 and splitting it down the middle between Keyshawn and Devin. Guarantee you
No,
that.
no, Edwin. Listen, as
So
your
what the
co-host,
fuck are you guys saying?
I can't make you look. I can't have you looking bad out here. I got to intervene. I have to. I have to. It's mandatory for me,
You guys are dumb, bro.
bro. Listen, look it up real
You
quick.
guys gonna make me smoke weed right now.
Yeah,
You
I
guys,
think
you
you
guys are
need to.
dumb. You
I
guys are
think you
dumb.
need to clear your
Nah,
head
bro.
because
You guys are
you're
real dumb, bro.
wrong. You're wrong.
Jesus Christ. How am I wrong?
Because, yo, the purse bid.
Jesus Christ. This is bad, bro.
How are you buying a card? How are you buying a card if
This is
there's
bad.
no card? You're buying Keyshawn versus
I
Haney. You're
oh my
not
you
buying a
why do you keep
card.
repeating what I said? What where are we losing each other? Where?
Edwin, Edwin, go to Google real quick.
No, 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 no. I'm not going to Google nothing. Just
Or go
explain to me where are we going wrong here?
Edwin, take a hit. Take a hit. Take a hit.
Oh my God, bro. Don, just let's talk about something else. Move on. Next subject. Next subject, because we're not going nowhere with this.
Take a hit. Take a hit.
Not, next subject.
All right, but take a hit. I'm not gonna there you go. Eso. Eh, Look, Igloo said Edwin reminds me of the Chavo del Ocho.
Bro, bro, you guys are fucking idiots, bro. I've never seen in my life,
Hey,
30 years in fucking boxing, watching boxing, a purse bid that they announce
look,
when the fight goes to a purse bid and they took all the money and gave it to the main event and the main event, the two guys only.
look,
That the purse bid was only for them two. And I'm trying to tell you, that's basically your budget. Yes, you can go over the budget.
one lump
I
sum is
told
in
you.
your favor. He says it's for the whole card, all fight cards and fees. That's what one lump sum says. That's not what I said. That's
I don't one lump sum. That's what I've been trying to tell them.
no, but so you saying Cesar's right, stupid people?
Bro, man, I can't believe this. I can't.
Yeah.
They talking about Google. I'm like, bro, if I don't,
Listen,
man,
Edwin,
listen, that was
when you go
crazy.
to a purse bid, you're bidding on just that fight. You're not bidding on a
Well,
card.
okay, okay. Oh my
You're
God,
not bidding on a card because you don't have a card.
okay, and where did we come up with that? Where? Who said that? Tell me who said that.
Who said what?
Who said that you're betting on an entire card? Who said that?
You.
No, what I said, you're buying, and I keep saying it, Devin Haney and Keyshawn Davis.
Right,
That's
but you're
what you're
saying for
buying.
the 8.55, you're saying that's for the whole card. That's where you're wrong.
That's your budget.
No, that's
That
your budget. That's your dollar amount for that
no,
fight.
no, that's for everything. That is what
No,
you're. Yes, you're supposed to put everything together with that 8.5. Yes, you are. Yes, you
no,
are.
you're wrong.
Ed,
You're wrong.
listen. That's where Ed Hearn. Remember when Ed Hearn first jumped up on the scene with the Zone and shit and Matchroom? Ed Hearn jumped on the scene. He started overpaying UK dudes. He was buying the card and doing exactly that. He was going over the budget. When you go into a purse bid, you bet for that for them, right? Just like we saw with Supreme Matias and them. Subrias and Matias and them and Fresh Promotion just won the purse bid. They took the fight. When they won the first bid, did they give all that money to Subriel Matias and to Dalton Smith? No. Then they went over into the red. They talked about it. They bought them fight for this much, and they end up spending this much to try to get more fighters. I understand you can do that. Yes. What you're saying doesn't make sense because what you're saying is the way you're explaining it that you're only betting for Keyshawn and them.
That's
Then they're
what the
taking
bid is
extra.
for.
Then they're taking extra money and they're buying a co-main event and they're paying the venue, and this is all coming out of the promoter's pocket, right? Now, okay, true indeed, that is an option, right? The promoter can make the first bid, give all the money to the top two fighters, and come out of his pocket. That's his option. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But if you want to stay in the guidelines of what you bought this fight for, I bought it for $8 million. It doesn't make sense to buy something for $8 million and then you come to me with a 13, $15 million bill. Brother, the budget was 5. Make it happen with 8.5. That's what the assignment was. Now, I'm not saying, and I never said that no promoter has ever dipped into his pocket and put in extra. You can do that. But the normal way to do things is you got a budget. And sometimes the promoter goes this way with the fight. I want the maximum for the purse. Let me get 7 million. They take the entire 7 million, give it to the main fight. They split it or whatever percent between the two top guys. Then these dumbasses go in their pocket and they go and get co-main event and other fights. It's their choice. Ed Hearn did it. He got credit. Yo, he almost lost like $1 billion doing shit like that. If you want, that's what. But
Edwin,
when you do buy the fight, the smartest thing to do is
let's move on to the next subject because you're looking real bad.
I'm trying to. Okay,
And,
watch.
and, and I don't want you to be the next meme or the next. You know what I'm
How about
saying?
this? How about 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 this? See, because you suckers think when you guys are wrong, when I'm wrong, you try to get me wrong right now, right? But when you guys are wrong, you guys don't ever want to talk about it again. I noticed that, right? Okay. When the final fight is finalized, right?
We'll be back,
And
and if I'm wrong, I'll sit here and
nope,
stand up on
nope,
like
nope, nope, no. You write a list of everybody else that was with you today.
I
You
got
write a
him.
list, and I
I
want
got
their
him.
names. I want their names, and I want you to be able to recite them. And if I need you to read them backwards, I want you to write them backwards. Because when the fight pulls up, when the fight was all said and done, and they say the promoters put out the numbers for how much they actually paid, the purse, not afterwards. That number, nobody knows what that number is going to be. I can't tell you what that number is going to be. I don't know what they're going to make. But let's see if Devin Haney gets $6 million, like you're saying. And remember, Keyshawn Davis got to get 2 in order for you guys to be right. 6 million needs to go to Devin Haney, and 2 million needs to go to Keyshawn Davis. In order for you guys to be right, if it goes any lower than that, where'd the money go? What they use it for? If they use $1 for any other fighter, then you guys were wrong. According to you guys, they bid it for the main fight, and that money's going to be divided between them. That is what you guys are saying. So if I don't see that Devin Haney gets 6 million, Keyshawn get 2, you guys are dead wrong. And what happened to the other 500,000? According to you guys, that money is only for them. Only for them.
No, so the eight point
No,
five
no, not
five.
one fucking dollar
Hold
can
on,
go anywhere else. Oh,
but
you guys are
listen.
wrong.
If it's true what Pug said, right?
You
Six
can't
two.
have it both
Hold
ways.
hold but hold on, Edwin.
Okay.
6 million. Listen, 6 million to
Gotta go to
Haney
Devin,
and 2 million
and
goes
2
to
point
Keyshawn.
something gotta go to Keyshawn.
No, hold on, no. Two
What?
million because 6-2. It's a 6-2 split. Now hear me out. The
Okay.
$550,000 that's left over is for the venue, not the card. That's for the arena, so on and so forth.
Oh shit! So you're taking fighter money away from the fighters because according to you guys, that money is only for them too.
It's 6-2. That's 8 million. There's still $550,000 left.
Okay, well then you need
So
to
that's
split
gonna
that
pay for the
amongst them.
venue. Now, if there's money left over out of that 550, then at that point they can trickle
How's
it
there
down.
money left
But there's
over?
a separate
There's no money
budget.
left over. There's no, according to
There's a
what you guys are
separate.
saying. How is there money left over? What do you just they pay you money? You just start dropping money? Oh, leave it, leave it.
No, no, no,
No,
no, no.
according to you guys, first was only for that fight. That
Yes,
means eight. That means that you revealed 8.52 for me and Keyshawn. That means do what you want. Give me 75 and give Keyshawn 25 of that.
correct.
In order for you guys to be right, that's exactly what needs to take place. And then all the other money, they gotta pull the rest of the fight together. If $1 goes to a co-main event, you were all fucking wrong.
Well,
That's
we're
all I'm
gonna circle.
saying.
We're gonna circle back on it.
Okay, let's find out. Let's find out who the dumbasses are.
We're,
Let's find out, bro. I'm gonna fucking roast y'all. Y'all
yo, Max
crazy.
said Google says the first bid doesn't pay for the venue. That's separate paid by the promoter.
Yes, and that could also be worded in the contract. You know,
Okay, so
like
per
if
the WBO, it's a 75-25, which means out of the bid, the 8.55, that gets split 75-25.
okay, you do realize that we've passed the point of a contract. If we were in a contract negotiation and we met terms
All
and
right.
we agreed,
Precise
then
just corrected me. He said every dollar goes to the two fighters on the 8.55.
that's what needs to happen in
Every
order for
dollar
you guys
goes.
to be right.
All right, but we don't want you to. We
No,
don't want you to
that's what
crash
needs to
out.
happen. That's what's going to have to happen. You know what? I've never seen that in boxing history, not once. So if this is the first time that they did this stream in Puerto Rico and did this purse thing like that, this would be the first time ever I've ever seen out of all the purse bids I've ever covered. I've never seen that in my life ever. That the first bid that they actually bid, the dollar amount only went to two fighters.
Yeah, that's how it's
I've never
always been,
witnessed that.
Edwin. It's always
I've
been like
never,
that
I've never seen it. Why have I never seen that?
because you never paid attention to the
Get the
dollars.
fuck out of here, bro. You crazy,
Yo,
bro? My
that does I got to go hit that shit again. Hit it. Calm it down.
nah, bro. I
Hit it.
okay. Wait,
Stop
wait.
right there.
Stop right there. Stop right there. I want you to do me a favor. I want
Yo,
you to do me a
smash the
favor.
like, y'all.
Check it out. Check it out. I want you to do me a favor. A little exercise. Frontline, can you type or you want me to do it?
Go
This is what I
ahead.
want you to do. This is what I want you to do. I want you to Google, right? How much money did Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. What was Errol Spence Jr.'s purse, and what was Terrence Crawford's purse? Then I want you to Google what was the bid on the fight.
All right. So what
What
was
was
the bid? No,
bid
the
the
purse
purse
bid.
bid for Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr.? Let's say what was the first bid for both of them, and then see if it says how much Terrence got and how much Errol got, how much the fight was bought for.
All right. So Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence Jr. each earned an estimated payout of at least 25
No,
million.
no,
Hold
no, no,
on.
no, no, no. That's estimate. That's with the pay per views. That doesn't count. He
All
said
right,
the purse.
financial breakdown. Guaranteed payouts. Both fighters secured eight figures base guarantees. Total
Yeah, yeah.
earning
That's not.
factoring in pay per
No,
view
not. We never asked their
surpassed.
pay per view
Okay,
numbers.
hold on.
No,
Split
we never
details.
asked for
Earl
that. You're
Spence was
doing the word
reported to
salad.
have a slightly higher. I'm reading what Google says. I'm not reading what. I'm not giving no word salad. I'm telling you what Google says. Now, what was the purse bid for Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence?
Yeah, I'll
That's
do it,
all.
bro.
That's all it tells me.
Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, I'll do it.
If you'd like, I can provide details of pay per view by numbers or breakdown. No, I don't want that. I want
Let's see. Let me get a fighter. Is Terrence Crawford picture up here anymore? No, he's not even up here anymore. I would have to get. Let me
live
see.
gate exceeding 20 million and total revenue crossing 55 million. Reports confirm both men pocketed roughly
Nothing,
25
nothing I wanted to
apiece.
hear. You read everything and nothing, not one word I wanted to hear. I didn't. I knew all of that. I asked you what the purse was. The purse. I don't care about their 20 million. I know about all that. That's not what I'm. I want to know what the purse was for the fight. Because we all know Derek James sued Errol Spence Jr. because his first bid was only 2 point something,
Did they go to a purse
2.6.
bid though? I don't
Uh,
remember.
listen, no, listen. What his purse, what his purse was, not the purse bid, what his purse was only 2 point something. Derek James was only entitled to 13% to that. Errol got the 20 million off the back end on pay-per-view, and then Derek James wanted to sue him for that money.
Okay, see, they're saying that they didn't go to purse bid. That's why I can't find it. That's why it's telling us.
No, no, not to purse bid. You keep making me say that word. Just his purse. What was his purse for the fight? Not his growth, not his net worth. The purse for the what did they actually pay him to fight Errol Spence Jr.?
It didn't. It was an agreed fight. It didn't go to a bid. They agreed on terms.
No, 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 no.
EJ and Bud, they agreed to the terms. It didn't go to a purse bid.
Okay, then
So
why
the better
is it
comparison, who said it here?
okay,
So
okay, okay, okay? That's a lie. That's a lie. First of all, that's a lie. Why is it that Derek James sued or tried to sue Errol Spence Jr.? He lost because Errol Spence Jr. proved you got 13% of my purse. Errol wasn't in the wrong.
he got that he's talking about the purse of what he actually got for the fight. It didn't go to a bid.
No, it didn't go to a bid, but it's still
That's what
called
we're
a
talking
purse.
about.
It's
No,
still called
and
a
the purse is what you're making.
Jesus Christ. No, no, no.
Me and you are set up to fight, right? We
Wow.
agree to terms. You get 1 million, I get 500,000. My purse is 500,000. That's my purse.
Right. Right.
But we agree to those terms.
Okay. That's a contract agreement. Right. Where am
Correct.
I losing you?
You're not losing me. You're losing
Oh,
yourself
no, listen, I'm telling
because
you,
you
front.
said you're trying to
Jesus
say that
Christ.
Derek James sued Earl Spence Jr. for whatever. It never went to a purse bid.
Who the fuck keeps saying first bid, first of all? No one said it went to a first bid. No one.
So why are we using that as a comparison?
I said, look up what Errol Spence Jr.'s purse was. That's
25
what I
million.
asked you. That's what I asked you. I said, what was Errol Spence Jr.'s purse on the day he went in the ring with Terrence Crawford? How much did he actually get paid for the fight? What they made on the back end is what made them their millions. The pay per view, everything else. But, like, okay, for instance, then I asked you, what did Ryan Garcia make fighting Tank Davis? What was the purse, not the back number? Like when Ryan Garcia fought Devin Haney, what did he make? What was his purse gate versus the 20 million he made in the back end for the fight? You see, Derek James wanted to sue Errol Spence Jr., and this came out public.
Okay, Edwin. Let's forget about Earl Spence. Let's forget about Bud.
Oh, this is
What other
bad.
fight as of late do you
This
remember
is
that went
bad.
to a bid? What fight went to a bid? The chat, help me out here. What was the last fight that we can remember that went to a purse bid?
Devin Haney and Sandal Martin.
That's not the last fight. That fight never
Oh my
materialized.
God, I can't win with this guy today. Everything I say, you combat.
because the fight never happened.
You asked me for a scenario, I gave you one.
Okay, give me a fight that happened that went to a that actually that the fight actually materialized and they went through with the fight.
Josh Kelly versus um um Wills Lewis Crocker
Okay, Josh Kelly that went to
versus
a
Lewis
purse bid, right?
Crocker. Yes, they just went to a purse bid and he lost
Okay,
the purse bid.
Josh Kelly versus what's his name? What's Cracker's first name? Lewis, right?
Lewis Crocker. This is terrible. This is torture. You guys are really fucking Jesus Christ. This is bad. I should have had a chalkboard, some pictures, and magic markers or something. Maybe you guys would follow. I
All right.
don't know, bro. This is wild.
Okay, there is no purse bid between Josh Kelly and Lewis Crocker as they
Yeah.
compete in different weight classes and hold separate paths. However, No Limit Boxing won a purse bid for Lewis Crocker IBF welterweight mandatory defense against Liam Bottle, while Josh Kelly captured the IBF super welterweight. So you're wrong again.
Oh, wait. No, they just fought. What are you talking about? Josh Kelly just fought Lewis Crocker, bro. And everybody thought Lewis Crocker just so you're wrong.
Okay, look, Max said so. The 1.7 million for the Haney versus Martin would have
No, no,
paid
no, no,
gems,
no,
the
no, no,
venue,
no.
undercard, and all that. Shake my head.
Hold up. No,
Matias
no,
went into a
I'm
purse
getting the
bid with
fights wrong. I'm getting the fights wrong. I'm getting the cards wrong. Um, I'm sorry. Liam Paro fought. Sorry. I get them shoe dudes mixed up. Liam Paro fought Lewis Crocker, and he went to a
yes,
first bid. My bag. I got this fucking Josh Kelly's dude face on his yeah. It was Liam Paro that fought. They went to a first bid, and he lost. And the fight was in Australia because
right.
Lewis Crocker was the champion. They went to a first bid. That's right. Josh Kelly. I was thinking of the fucking I don't know why I got his fucking face, his name mixed up in my head, but it was Liam Paro versus Josh Kelly. That's right.
Igloo says abort mission, bro.
You guys are giving me a fucking headache. Listen to me. There's okay. Look up Liam
Hey,
Paro.
listen, Edward, we're gonna
Frontline,
move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move
frontline,
on. Now we're gonna
frontline,
move
front.
on. We're gonna move on. I'm not gonna do this to you. I'm not gonna do this to you.
I'm gonna look it up.
You're looking back, Edward. Let's move on. Yo, Roach versus Cepeda. Who you got?
Nope. I'm looking up Liam Paro versus. I want to know what the first bid is.
Yo,
Liam Paro versus
Lamont Roach
Lewis
versus
Kelly.
El Camarón
Lewis.
Cepeda. Who you got?
I already told you.
Who?
Hold
You
up.
didn't tell me.
I already told you who I got in the
Yo,
fights.
shout out to Ramirez in the building. He said, "What's up, round one, brother?"
What up? I already told you.
Ramirez said, "Yo, the link's in the chat, Ramirez. If it's not in there, Edwin, drop the link real quick for them."
I got it.
Majex got roached by stoppage.
I don't know about that, but I got him losing in a 12 round decisions against Cepeda.
Yeah, I got Cepeda by split. It's gonna be a good back and forth. Cepeda's pressure, and then you got Roach's ring IQ. It's gonna be a good one. Igloo.
Roach doesn't
I seen
Roach doesn't
Dylan.
have a ring IQ.
Yes, he does.
He doesn't have a ring IQ. He's he fights off instinct and he's um he's a reactive fighter boxer like a counter puncher and shit. He doesn't have like a real ring IQ. Lamont Roach.
He showed it
If you had a
against
ring
Tank. What are you talking about?
Nah, he that's called familiarity. You're confusing ring IQ with him being boxing Tank and being familiar with him. If he had a ring IQ, he would have figured out Isa Pippo Cruz that only threw 3 punches in the whole fight. Because Isa Pippo threw 3 punches: the left hook, the right hook, and the straight. Those are Isai's punches. Well, a person with a ring IQ could have outsmarted that. He fights off instinct. He fights Lamont Roach is just like a boxer slash puncher. He'll counter you, he'll do boxing shit. But yeah, you gave him too much credit with the ring IQ shit. A ring IQ is a person that knows where he's at in the ring. He throws a punch, he's in position to be in the next one, and he's setting you up and baiting you, luring you into shots. That's ring IQ. That's ring IQ picks up what you're doing. He's aware of you. What Lamont Roach is actually doing is just boxing. He's fighting you and he's boxing you. See what I'm saying? That's not ring IQ. That's just athleticism and skills. There's a difference. You understand?
Yeah,
What up,
shout out to
brother?
Ted in the
How you
building.
doing? What up?
Yo, my guy, Galo, ¿qué manito? What's
What up?
going
What's up?
on, brother?
What's up? How you doing, brother?
Yo, bro, I missed you at the Barkley fight,
Oh shit, that was
with
you?
the Xander and Boost fight, man. I was damn, bro. Yeah, bro. I was trying to say something, but I didn't get to. It was too much. It was too much going on.
Man, I was down there with my
Honestly,
brother. I was row 17, sitting there chilling. You know what I'm saying? Taking in the
yeah.
festivities.
Yo, man. Listen, man, that fight was crazy. But I further on with the Keyshawn and what fight y'all was just talking about?
Roach and
Keyshawn
Cepeda.
Davis. Oh, Roaches Cepeda now.
Oh, oh yeah. Roaches and Peter gonna be a good one. Gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like damn, but nah, I see that being a good fight because I was thinking about Cepeda, but I just remember he just throws punches. Like his punches don't really seem to be coming with heavy. He's not heavy handed, you know. And I feel like Lamont facing a pit bull, a style like that that's already you feel me, rugged, gonna come forward throwing. You know, he was able to drop him. It was an iffy drop, but you know, hey, Lamont may I ain't gonna lie, Lamont may run away with this one. He may run away. I don't. I might see shit. Shit, if Cepeda there to get hit a lot, he shit. Who knows? But vice versa though. What y'all thinking?
Nah, what I'm thinking is, look, Lamont Roach is a skilled, like he's a skilled fighter, right? And Lamont Roach has faced a lot of, like styles in the gym and shit. And I think that Lamont Roach has, he fought his fair share of fighters. The problem was coming into that Tank Davis fight, I had already been saying it. Um, Lamont Roach sparred Tank too many times. He was more intimate with Tank. He knew Tank's movements. He knew Tank's mannerisms. He knew things about Tank Davis no other fighter is privileged to. I told the world,
Oh, they sparred?
if you think,
I thought they fought in the
nah,
amateur.
they just used to
I didn't
spar
know
shit like that. They came up together. I really don't know how long they sparred, right? How many years consecutively? Or I'm not sure if it was just a few times. But once you spar with a guy continuously, and he punches you with a good shot, you're going to learn from that. Especially, this is only Tank Davis. At the time Lamont Roach sparred with Tank Davis, Tank was already Tank. Lamont was not Lamont Roach. Remember that. So
yeah.
coming up, he remembered if I did this, Tank did this, he hit me with this. So this time he's going to go boom, boom, pop, block, got you, right? So you start to learn from that. I told people if you think that you're going to get your regular fighter that never sparred Tank and you're going to put him in there with Tank Davis because Lamont Roach did that, good luck. They're not going to have as much success.
You know what's
Then,
funny too? You know what's
yep,
funny too? Cause right now it's gonna be funny because it's Tio versus Rolly and it's Lamont versus opponents. So I would love to see the outcome of who would really
yeah.
facing a real tougher competition for her. Honestly.
But check this out. But check this out too, right? You know when I knew Zepeda, um, just had a great night with Tank because he knew who Tank was. You know what really gave me the stamp when he couldn't beat Eastside Pitbull Cruz neither.
100%.
If he was better than Tank, he should have beat Eastside. As a matter of fact, he's the one that got dropped in the fight. You
Yeah.
understand? He ran into the same problem Tank Davis ran into.
Nah, no lie.
Lamont
Round
Roach.
one though, I would
Yup.
advise you, feel me, my Gemini brother, to rewatch the fight because yo, I'm not gonna lie, Lamont was really catching people with
Okay.
a lot of shit. He
No,
did a
no, check
lot of
this out. I never
shit.
said he didn't win. I didn't
No, no,
say
I
that
know,
I
I
didn't
know, but
feel
I'm
he
just
won.
yo.
Right.
That's
He just didn't beat him, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, Lamont Roach got knocked down in the fight. He got knocked down in the fight, and I think that was the deciding factor because he was beating the shit out of Eastside Pitbull Cruz, but so wasn't Tank Davis. Tank
yeah,
Davis,
100%.
and, and then Tank broke his hand, right? Okay, but check it out, right? Check this out. I said all of that to say this, that the reason what happened in that fight, that I believe what happened to Lamont Roach and Tank Davis, their entire careers, they're used to fighting taller guys. So their entire style was catered to move under guys. Tank gets underneath you, he hits you with the uppercut. He couldn't get underneath Isaac Pitbull Cruz because for the first time, he was shorter than him. So Tank
Yeah,
kept throwing his shots that he practices, and it kept hitting him on the forehead because his aim was off.
hundred 100%.
Lamont Roach found out what it's like to fight a fighter shorter than him. When he fought him, I knew then you're not actually better than Tank. Because if you were like way better than Tank, you should have beat Esau in a much better fashion. And for as much as good boxing that he was doing, you see, Lamont Roach was shining in the pocket, off the back foot.
Yeah.
Esau Pitbull Cruz coming forward. But
Mhm.
Esau only has 3 punches in his arsenal.
Yep.
3 punches. He has the left hook, the right hook, and the fucking straight. He will throw sometimes down to, he never uses a jab. He's a Pitbull Cruz. You're dealing with a guy that is punch his entire arsenal, 4 punches, tops, tops. And you couldn't figure this out? No, you don't got a ring IQ. No, you don't. You're fighting off instinct, skills, and you're boxing, doing boxing shit. Now, Lamont Roach is a better inside fighter. He was catching Esau, pop, pop, pop,
Nah,
off the
yeah.
break.
Mhm.
He was just rocking his head.
You're
Saw the
right.
fight. I
But
saw what was going on.
yeah.
Lamont did a lot of good work,
Nah, you're right on
but
that. It's because
but
Isak
that
is also
pressure, that
staying there.
pressure, that pressure, right?
Mhm.
So when I'm seeing this William Cepeda fight, they was talking to me and they was saying, "Yo, Ed, what you think about the fight?" And I said, I don't know. I think Lamont came to the end of the road. You better play Boys the Men for him. Because he
Mhm.
came to the end of the road. Because I think the Lamont Road train is going to come to a halting stop against this Decatur dude. Now, look, I'm betting on pressure buses pipes.
Mhm.
I think that Lamont Roach is a better boxer than Cepeda, yes. But the kind of pressure that William Cepeda brings and can bring with the volume of punching, I don't think that Lamont can cut and pull like they say in spades. I don't think he can move around enough. At some point, he's gonna have to stand in front of him. I think Cepeda can take a punch. I think Shakur can punch. I think a lot of these guys can punch. They didn't put him down like that. They didn't knock him out.
Armor
And
put him
and
down.
yeah, he did. He did. Um, and I just think that Cepeda's at when we get into the championship rounds 10, 11, 12, that's when I'll talk to you. Now if Lamont Roach, I mean, he has all the skills that he can tame Cepeda's ass. I see a version of this of Lamont beating him in a 12-round decision. I think Lamont is a better American slick style fighter. I think he can handle Cepeda for the most part. I think Lamont Roach is going to have the first half of the fight when he's fresh. I want to see what happens with accumulation of damage round by round. That's what I'm banking on. I think that I don't think William Cepeda is going to go out there and outbox Lamont Roach. No, I think Lamont Roach is going to outbox him, snap his head
Mm-hmm.
back for a
Yep.
while.
Facts.
I think he's going to fucking boom, boom, but it's just that them championship rounds, baby.
Yeah.
You know, it's that pressure. And a lot of guys wilted under Cepeda's pressure in those rounds. They were doing great against him. They were like boom, 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 boom. And then it seemed like they got tired and Cepeda got stronger. And it seemed like he kept, the more, if he saw like a little bit, yo, he just started, kept pouring it on, pouring it on, pouring it on. And that's what I'm worried about for Lamont Roach. If it was just for the fact that the fight was, you know, what is it? Is it a 12-round fight or is it a 10-round fight? I think it's a
Now
12 round,
12
right?
round is a championship
Right,
fight.
right. If it was like a 10-round fight, or even what they're doing out there in Japan with that 8-round fight, fucking, I would say Lamont got a good chance. He's got good legs underneath him. Lamont Roach got good movement. He's got a good jab. Think he could hold Cepeda back, bro, for a long
Yeah.
time. It's just those deep rounds for me. That 10, 11, 12. That's what I'm going to tell you what you made of. If Lamont can get past that and he can get this win, bro, then salute to Lamont Roach. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah, 100%.
the fight can go either way. May the
Nah,
best
cause look,
man win.
cause what I was thinking, right? This is how I'm
Yep.
thinking it, right? We do know that Lamont been in two draws. You feel me? With two competitors, two elite talents. I mean, whether Pitbull style is not the most skillful, I still feel his heart, his will, and then everything else on top of that. You feel me? Is he's a good fighter? I will put it at that. He's been in there with good fighters, and I feel like during his experience, like facing a Jamel Herring, taking that first defeat, it was a bigger opponent, a boxer. It was a good fight, honestly. I can't even complain. It was a good fight. He stepped
Well,
up.
see, that's the problem right there. That's the problem right there. Um, Look, I'm not here to shit on Lamar Roach.
For
I
sure.
I'm here to support. I'm here to support boxing, but I also got to be honest. Lamar Roach was placed in position to fight fighters. Matchmakers found the fighters for him for the fight can be actually competitive, and it would be two, guys that can make the weight that are warriors. But if you look at Lamont Roach's all his fights of late, they all cater to him. Tank was his size. Pitbull Cruz was his size, and William Cepeda is his size, like that. The core was mad taller than William Cepeda by like that much and shit. These are the little guys, and it
They
will
all
give
like
you the
5'8",
impression,
right? 5'7",
huh?
5'8", right? They like 5'7", 5'8", right?
No, that's what Shakur is.
So how tall
Shakur
is Lamont?
Stevenson is 5'8".
Cause he fake he looked bigger than Tank and he looked bigger than Pitbull.
Who did?
Think a lot. It's Lamont. Lamont gotta be at
Lamont
least
Roach?
5'7". Yeah, 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, he's somewhere around there. He
Yeah,
doesn't
cause
have that
look,
belt
right?
at 130 no more, right? Nah, he's
Nah. They gotta relinquish that. That's it. I mean, I
yeah,
don't
they
know if
they
he do it don't, but yeah, they got. He has to because it's been too much, and he's already been trying to compete at
yeah,
140,
yeah.
135.
I don't know. Since the box rec doesn't have the
But what
hold
I was
on.
gonna say though, round one, right now,
Yep.
you feel me? Zepeda already shown to be dropped and that already lost MBB. But look. What I'm saying is the fights right now, while I feel like Lamont may get this win, and the companies may be behind him as well because this fight's behind him. This big fight. It's a Tank rematch. It's gonna be a big fight. A Shakur fight. It's gonna be a big fight. So they may, you feel me? They may just put. I ain't gonna lie. I see a lot of fights behind him and his style, the way he fights. I don't see him getting stopped by Cepeda. Honestly, bro. Like
Well,
I
I
see a
don't
lot
see
of
anybody
flaws
getting
with it.
stopped in that fight. I think either way the fight goes 12 rounds if you ask me. That's my opinion on it. But you
And if
never know. This
Lamont
is
is smart,
boxing.
if
Body
Lamont
shots
is
are a motherfucker, ain't they? Body shots are a
No,
motherfucker.
body shots are a motherfucker for sure. I took
And a
yeah.
body shot can take you out at any
What?
time. So,
Bro, I took a body shot, bro. I felt that shit the whole week. Like the whole week. I'm talking
bro,
about the
tell
whole
me
week I
about
felt
it.
that
Yo,
shit. I'm
them
like,
fucking
nah,
liver
what?
shots is crazy. So, them shits
No
can come out
cap.
of anywhere. You
Yeah,
know, they
liver
can
is not
catch you
meant
in
to be good.
exchange and you went to breathe. Remember that fight with the Charlo twin? And he knocked out the Dominican dude and he hit him in the
Don't do
solar
that. Don't do that
plex.
again. Yeah, I remember. I remember. It was with
Remember?
Rosario.
Yo, my man started
He,
acting like he couldn't catch his
yo, he took
breath.
out the soul out of him. I was tight. I was like, damn,
Yo,
bro. We
he
was
took,
like,
yo,
damn.
he hit him in the right place when
Nah,
he
that's
was
what. Yeah,
breathing.
that's timing,
Right when he was
placement,
breathing,
everything.
taking it in, and he hit him, and he got that win inside his solar plex. Yo, that
Nah, he
fucked
caught
him
him with
up.
that speed. I ain't gonna lie, he caught him with that speed. He caught him
Yo,
good.
at any moment, yeah, Cepeda could catch him with a shot like that. Lamar Roach
But
could catch.
don't get me wrong though, cause believe it or not, bro, I'm an odd one, bro. I'm one of the ones that y'all ain't gonna lie. Cepeda did work against Shakur, bro. I don't know what the hell people be thinking that they know that they watched that. Shakur is an elite boxer, but he wasn't allowing Shakur to box. He was having him cornered, throwing shots. Of course, a lot of the shots wasn't landing, but they were shot a lot of shots that were landing. Shakur is definitely catching him with a 1-2, 1-2-3 here and there, moving around, stepping around him, but bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know how you could score these fights nowadays. Cause we don't know if you want more offense or you want a nigga to box more or you just I don't know what the fuck the judge be wanting for real. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm, well, well, well. Okay, okay. I got a little pushback on that, or I should not say pushback, just a different way of viewing that
No, of
for you.
course.
Right? Check it out. Check it out. Um, Thank God Shakur Stevenson decided to stand in the pocket with Lamont. I mean, with Zapata. And Zapata, whatever he got off on Shakur, even staggered him against the rope. That was all actually given to him, in my opinion, by Shakur. If Shakur was allowed to fight the way he wanted to fight, I don't think Zapata touches him. I think Shakur Stevenson went in there with a message. He went there to get on Turkey's good graces. Turkey was making the event, and Turkey was like, show me that you're not doing Tom and Jerry, that you could stand there and fight with him. Shakur Stevenson actually stood in front of Cepeda round by round, round after round, and Cepeda tried to do his best to hit the young man. Shakur
Well, true, I'll
Stevenson
give him
was,
that.
was slipping and everything. So the fight was actually, and the opportunities that was Cepeda was
Can I ask you
getting
something,
in
my
that
brother? Can
opportunity
I ask you something?
was, yeah,
How
was
many
kind
rounds?
of given to him because Shakur was taking chances and he got caught in some of the chances. Yes, he did. He got caught in it. But if you would have took and let it say, Shakur, go out there and fight your fight, it might have been a boring fight, yes,
Nah,
but
he could.
Cepeda doesn't touch him.
But that's the thing, though. You feel me? We have to. That's the thing that messes it up because now he's going to fight his fights again, right? So it's not like he's gonna change his style. It's like, okay, I'm gonna change my style for one fight because a person that what we all know that Edwin De Los Santos fight was terrible. We're not gonna lie. And
Terrible is
the
not the
cat
word.
the
Terrible is not the word.
yeah, there was
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no, no.
even
I
know
don't
what to
think you.
call
I
it.
don't think you understand, my brother. Let me hip you to something. There are things in boxing called awards, stats, right? Okay. And what we try to do is be at the top of the award, at the top of the stat. So when they give you the award, you're the first man to ever do this or to have this record, right? And we have things called records. Shakur Stevenson and Edwin De Los Santos broke a record that night for the less punches ever thrown in a 12-round fight. You don't want your name attached to those kind of records claiming to be the best pound for pound fighter in the world. But your name is cemented in history as collectively between you and Edwin De Los Santos together. The punch outcome was something like 126 punches for 12 rounds in one fight. Ponce against Subriel Matias, Ponce by himself in the first round threw 98 punches in the first round by himself without counting Subriel's punches. So Ponce in 1 round beat a 12-round fight by almost by himself.
Yeah, that's crazy. Nah, but
You do,
I mean,
yeah, you do not. That is, and then Devin Haney versus Jose Ramirez. I think finally beat it. I'm not sure. I got to go back and check the numbers. It's close. It's fucking close.
nah,
It's
but it was
fucking
good.
close.
I'll say it was good to probably like shit niggas counting them out. I feel like that was a good growing experience that built them. It made them it unlocked something different in them, and it's not. It made them better, honestly. To me, I feel like something like that it helps you grow. They became better fighters out of it, and they had better victories. So commend I commend them to that. My bad to switch it up real quick. I just wanted to hear your thoughts on the Keyshawn versus Devin Haney. Besides the purse bid, I would like to know who do you have in this fight? Like, and if you
Um.
could break it down for me, how do you see
Okay.
the fight going?
All right. Okay. Keyshawn Davis is not exactly on Devin Haney's level. If Devin Haney allows Keyshawn to end the fight, to 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 think that he's not on his level, like, see, Devin Haney needs to be himself. Devin Haney's going through some bullshit with this mental shit. I don't know what's going on. He beats Brian Norman Jr. and everybody got their panties in a bunch. It was like, yo, Edwin, he did great. I says, no, that was just vintage Devin Haney. He didn't do anything in the Brian Norman Jr. that he's never done before. He did that in the Regis Progress fight. He was just coming back into his own. So that's where I'm at with Devin. As far as the fight, um, listen, there's levels to this, to boxing. Keyshawn Davis is a good fighter, not boxer. A boxer, a good boxer, um, what I view as a good boxer is different. You see, although Keyshawn Davis is doing boxing shit,
Yeah,
what he's actually doing, he's fighting because
I
he
have
has
100%.
he has gifts. He utilizes his speed, and his strength. And Keyshawn, but he doesn't really have any special effects like Jerome Putenis. He's just he's just good, fast, and he put his punches together well. He's actually fighting well. He's got good combinations, and
Yeah.
he's pretty smart. He's pretty smart. He'll lure you into some shit, but he's not an overall boxer. Like I would say, boxer like Terrence
Not for
Crawford,
sure.
Naoya Inoue,
100%.
Usyk. Those are boxers, right? Okay. The problem with Devin Haney's situation, Keyshawn Davis has nothing Devin Haney has never seen before. Devin Haney's a very spoiled, privileged fighter. He grew up in Floyd Mayweather's doghouse. He boxed until he couldn't fight no more and those things. He fought his way out of Mexico. He fought all the fighters you put in front of him. He fought Loma. Devin knows how to control fighters. He controlled Brian Norman Jr. He got up on the fight,
Yeah, I was surprised
knocked him
about that.
down, put
Yeah,
him
he
on
did good.
cruise control, and Devin didn't take chances. Some boxers, some coaches might view that. Devin, you don't got a warrior spirit. You don't got that killer instinct. You should attack them. Another coach will tell you, no, Devin, don't attack him. Let him make him come to you. Fight off the back leg where you have the advantage and he's at a disadvantage. Okay? Don't give him
100%.
any opportunity. So it depends what coach, what mindset you have your student. As far as Devin Haney and Keyshawn fighting actually each other, I think Devin's a bit too skilled for Keyshawn. He's gonna put Keyshawn in boxing situations. Um, what hurts me with Keyshawn Davis to give him that stamp is that he couldn't finish Albright. And I'm trying to tell you, you put Albright in front of Devin Haney, Devin stops him.
You think so?
Devin will.
Oh shit, that's fire. That shit. I honestly don't.
Devin,
I mean, at this weight, if he goes, I'll bet go to 47. Who knows, right? Because first time, who knows? I don't know about that. But damn, I didn't
and
see.
that's
Damn,
another
that's
factor.
shit. You got it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
And that's another factor. So that's where I start to use my measuring stick. How did he do against him? How did he fare against him? Devin fought some pretty interesting fighters, man.
No,
And he
honestly,
was
yeah, he has. He definitely has.
and the thing is, okay, Keyshawn, I think Keyshawn, you know, respect Ryan Garcia. There's no disrespect to you. I think Keyshawn's a better boxer than Ryan Garcia.
No,
Ryan
100%. For
Garcia
sure.
got the jab, the check hook, and now he implemented the straight right. Okay? He's only got a few punches in his arsenal. Keyshawn Davis is a lot more skilled than Ryan
Nah,
Garcia,
yes.
but I think Ryan Garcia will knock him the fuck
Nah, yeah, he
out.
got more power. His whip, like,
Ryan
it's
Garcia is
just
going to
his
hit
gift.
Keyshawn with that check hook. He's going to take him off his feet.
Damn, I feel like a fight with them two, that shit, they both getting dropped. Both of them is
You know what I'm
going down. I ain't
saying?
gonna lie, both of them is
But
getting dropped. I feel like, I
but
ain't gonna
as you
lie.
can see, yeah, as you can
Cause
see,
Luke Campbell, he dropped Ryan, and then you just gotta, you feel me? Just
Luke
yo,
Campbell's a gold medalist.
yeah, and not even, yeah, cause I want
Keyshawn didn't win
to
that
say this.
gold, all right?
Now he ain't with that goal, but
No, just
his
ask
big brother
Andy
neither
Cruz who
though.
got the gold medal. Just ask Andy
Nah,
Cruz who
that's a
got it.
fact.
He does.
Yeah,
We
that's
got the
crazy.
gold.
Don't do that. Nah, but you know what's crazy though, because that's something I always gave Shakur flack about. Because he lost to Robisi and he never fought him. And when you couldn't fought him. So
Yeah,
that's something. And people like to slide that under the rug like that. Like, yeah, let's just slide it slow and let it get out the way. And people forget about him. Because he's not in boxing no more. So they just slide it
right.
out. Yo, but bro, I'm not gonna lie though. I see honestly, bro, I feel like that's gonna be a fight of the ages, bro. I'm gonna be 100%, but I feel like I love the way we gotta keep doing. I love this is why you feel like this, and then I could come with my point. I feel another way because look, right, what I seen in Keyshawn, even from the Albright fight, from the Jermaine, I watched his last full fight just to rewatch them again, just to make sure I know what I'm looking at. I'm not gonna lie, his spear is good, man. His spear, his feet. You're right about that. He does. It's like his boxing style. It's a fighting style, but he just have certain boxing abilities. He doesn't try to box and move and really like move like a boxer like that. It's not as tight. His hands are not as tight. His hands is more like you feel me. He sticks his hand out trying to catch you with the jab to throw that right hand and body shots for sure. Like he's trying to. I ain't gonna lie. I like his Sean style, man. I like his Sean style, and I really feel like
Yo, I
I'm
think
not sure if he'll be able to corner Haney, but
it,
when Haney come in, it could be a good. They both good
I tell
counter
you
punchers,
what, I
honestly.
tell you what. Devin Haney and Bill Haney, they set Keyshawn up from the moment. This is all
No, oh, for sure. You know the game plan for. I gotta give Bill that, bro. The game plans, and that's another thing you gotta give Devin. He follows the game
no,
plan,
no,
so
no,
it's not
no, no.
that what he may
No,
not show.
no,
It's
no.
just
What I mean is, okay. Let me take you a step further back. This has been a fight that Bill Haney and Devin Haney, they're smart. They're also got good matchmakers.
hmm
They've been around the block a long time. They know Keyshawn. He's exciting, all this. But Devin grew up beating up these guys out of the number one spots to become who he is. If not, all them other younger dudes would have been Devin Haney. But no, Devin Haney was putting belt to ass to all these dudes like Keyshawn's of the world. So what happened was this. Devin Haney wants to start his campaign, but he knew that Keyshawn one day would be a valuable opponent, but they never thought he was coming into the division yet. So what did they do? Bill Haney went out with his little entourage, cornered Keyshawn Davis, and then Tiger Johnson started getting into words with Devin's camp, and they end up jumping Tiger Johnson that day. At that same moment, Devin Haney's dad, Bill Haney, cornered Keyshawn and said, "Yo, you agree to fight us if we fight you?" Keyshawn said, "Hell yeah, I'll fight you." He got that on tape right there. That's where the plan started. They've been priming this fight for a long time, Bill Haney and Devin. They actually set Keyshawn up to put the microphone in front of him, and they knew if you put a microphone in front of Keyshawn Davis, he was just going to talk like a fighter. That's all they needed. And they went and put a microphone in. He went and said some shit he really shouldn't have said. Oh, I'm going to beat fucking Debo's ass. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Brother, Keyshawn, you were just about to get in place to be ready for Devin. Remember, Devin's not old neither. He's young too. If Keyshawn, you would have got 2 or 3 more fights, I think you would have been prime ready for Devin. But Bill knew to attack you early, Keyshawn, and you went for it. Hook, line, and sinker. You have been the bait the entire time. They try to play it off with Shakur Stevenson. No, Turkey wants Shakur and $100 million with Zuffa. None of those stories you saw was true.
Yo, time out, bro. I gotta ask you something. Do you believe that that's a real deal? Like, cause no, why is it not nobody
No,
reporting
no,
it?
no. Devin already signed to the zone. But you see, all that shit, that was all a distraction. All of it. The fucking rumors for the 100,000, the Shakur Stevenson fight that was never going to happen. The entire time they have been setting up Keyshawn. You've never set anybody up. You never played out a fucking like, hey yo, go be friends with him. Tell a girl, yo, go over there, kiss him. How about bring him over here where we're at, and we're gonna get him for everything, right? That's what they did to Keyshawn,
Nah, 100%.
bro.
But it's if everything is worse because he's seen already. He saw serve up Raymond, serve him up. He sent him to the slaughter, and now we doing Keyshawn.
Listen, why? Why? Look, check it out, right? Bill Haney is also doing damage control to Devin Haney's career. Devin Haney's career has taken some hits. He was called an email champion by Tank Davis. And then he had this performance against Ryan Garcia, going to court, trying to, and they put all these titles and names on Devin. So what did his father do? His fathers went and talked to the other people. They said, name your something gangster. So they came up with the name Debo, a real tough guy in the Friday movies, right? We all know who Debo is. So try to name him Debo. Okay. What they were looking for was a young, cocky, up and coming, brashy fighter. That's what they were looking for. Somebody that was being brought up through the system, and they didn't know that Top Rank was setting them up just right. Keyshawn Davis, you know how Top Rank manages their fighters. Shit, Dennis Baranchek didn't belong in there with Keyshawn, and they got him a belt, right? So he went and got that belt. Keyshawn Davis never actually fought any of the top guys. None. He is an up and coming star. He's exactly what Bill Haney was looking for. If Devin Haney can go in there and smash him, which they expect him to do, Devin's going to get that Debo stamp.
I'm I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, Ron. At 140, I possibly had Keyshawn beating everybody. I ain't gonna lie. Besides Shakur, I like them against a lot. Dalton Smith,
Yes, at
Gary Anderson.
140, yes, Keyshawn, I liked him a lot. He's at 147. You listen, Devin might be a bit too strong, a bit too big, and
I still like him against Broly. I ain't
and
gonna lie.
and, and yeah, I
Decent
like him
fight.
against that. And Devin might be. Listen, I am
It's
certain.
just styles make fights, right? Styles
Yeah,
make
yeah, yeah.
fights,
But
right?
I am certain that there's levels in boxing, and I'm telling you, I'm not saying that Keyshawn can't ever pull up an upset. This is boxing. Anything can happen.
Nah.
You know how when you do a cherry pick gone wrong and your guy gets
Who you
knocked
feel
out by
like?
the cherry
My
pick?
bad. Who you feel has more pedigree as far as
Devin,
who really knows more?
Devin,
You feel?
hands down. He knows. Devin's probably forgetting more about boxing that Keyshawn's still learning. Keyshawn's just talented. But you ever
Even
see,
if you went to like the Olympics and stuff like
yeah, he
that,
went in
like
and then he
trainers
got
you
rocked by
need.
Andy Cruz. But you ever see a cherry pick? You ever see a cherry pick gone wrong? You ever see somebody
Yeah.
get dressed up But the thing in boxing, they actually give the cherry pick the opportunity to win the fight. Anthony
Buster
Joshua
Douglas and
versus
George
Andy the
Kambosos.
Destroyer Ruiz, John Ruiz. And
Yo,
when they brought AJ from New York, they brought in a fat little Mexican dude eating a Snickers bar. That was a cherry pick. He came,
bro, they made like a whole documentary after that. Like,
bro,
yo,
bro, he came in on a replacement because the dude tested 3 times for a banned substance. And then AJ and Ed Hearn moved on from him and they went and got a cherry pick. Yo, that cherry can fight.
now I remember Andy said he hit him up on Instagram, and Eddie texted him
Yeah,
back,
and he
and
said,
they
yo, give
got the
me the
fight.
shot. Give me the shot. He was never
Yeah,
supposed to fight that fight. You know what I'm
nah,
saying?
that was
So look, can Keyshawn Davis beat Devin? Sure, why not? Yo, if Keyshawn catches Devin with that fucking punch, bro, he might hurt Devin.
not really in my mind. I don't see him stopping. I'm being
But
honest. I
but but
just
to
see
be
him like
honest, but to be
putting
honest,
more work.
Devin is smart. Devin is
Yeah,
a
he's smart as
good,
shit.
yo, Devin's a good boxer, bro.
And them fucking feats, I ain't gonna lie, them feats will get you out the way
Yo,
quick.
like
Them feats will get you the fuck out the way. I need
He's
for the
been
fuck out of
around
here.
the block. He's been taught by Roger Mayweather, a lot of
But one thing I
coaches.
was seeing though wrong,
You know,
nah, that's a
just
fact.
Devin's just a real privileged fighter. There's not a lot of fighters that can ever get the experience, the kind of experience Devin Haney was fortunate
And you
enough to get.
and you see everything you saying right now is exactly why I like Shock. Because he went through the exact
Yeah.
same thing, and I love
Nah,
Shock to
Shako Foster,
get to a great competitive
he's
fight.
a real one. Yo, you saw my video
Shock
in New
to
York
fight.
with him?
Nah, damn, I missed it. I
Yo,
didn't get
yo,
to
you
see
was
that,
in
bro.
the
Was
Xander
it?
fight, right?
I was at it, but I got there a little bit like around 9ish. That's when I got
Yo,
there. But y'all was there from like 6.
you do know that I ran into Oshaki Foster at the fight.
You did, right?
Yeah, in New
You ain't
York.
but like oh, it was a good chat, it was a good talk.
Yeah, bro. I got it right here. Like I posted it on my channel. I
How tall is he? He looked more bigger, right? Like more healthier because he looked there. You feel
well,
me?
yeah, well,
More
okay. Let me see. Let me show you. Like that's me and Oshaki right there.
okay. I say yeah, around hitting that yeah.
See?
Now you see Oshaki ain't that short. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. See? And 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 that they was fucking with him at the metal
I'm dead. That's crazy.
they give him the extra security measures because he's a real
Mind you, he a
threat.
fighter.
You see? Yo,
Nah, 100.
I was in the back, right? So Shannon Briggs, the big black dude with the fucking white beard that want
Oh,
to
the
fight Mike
corner.
Tyson all the time.
Champ,
You know who Shannon
champ.
Briggs is, right?
Let's go, champ. Let's
Okay.
go, champ.
You're not that young, right? Okay, because then you know, because us OGs and shit. And who the fuck is Shannon Briggs? Some kids will be saying. So we was in the back, right on the side. Me, Shannon, we was all blazing. We was smoking weed on the side and shit.
Uh,
And then, and then, right, right, I got the video too when Oshaki Foster was coming in. So I was smoking like this, and the dude said, "Yo, that's Oshaki Foster," and I was like, "Oh shit!" So I put it out. I went in when on the other side of me, and that's when I filmed him coming in,
oh,
like that.
copy.
Yeah, and
You didn't ask him about the Shakur fight. Like, you feel me? Like,
well,
what's
yeah,
going on with that?
well,
We gotta, yo. You know how I view it, bro. How I view it. I feel like he'll be able to get in the next 3 fight because exactly as planned. You beat Navarrete, you beat the guy at whoever wins
yeah,
from
you could
Cepeda
do
on the
that.
north.
That'll
That's
be
it.
great. You could
That's
beat
it. That's
Navarrete.
it. Come on, gang. You don't like him
Ooh,
to go. You don't like Shock to put belt
yeah, no.
on
What I'm
Navarrete.
saying, if you can beat Navarrete, that's 3 belts, dog.
And ring
Yeah,
champion. Ring.
when he
That's
beats
4.
now we talk now Shaki will have 3 belts and the fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it funky with you. I've never picked Navarrete in a fight. and he always proves me wrong. Yo, I think that dude is gonna get knocked out the next time, every time. I'm like, come on, that's
You
somebody's
was
got to catch up to this now.
you liked them against Sugar Nunez?
No,
You liked them against?
look, I thought Sugar Nunez was gonna come underneath. Remember, Sugar Nunez was coming off that tear.
Nah, yeah, but I seen what he did to Valdez. I ain't gonna lie.
No, 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 no,
Sugar
no,
looks
no, 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 no.
strong.
Sugar
Ese no es
Nunez
fuerte.
fought Navarrete like if he was starstruck. He was
Yo,
fighting his
man.
idol. He was like, yo, he never turned into Nunez in the fight, if you
Nah, he
ask
was.
me.
Yeah.
Okay? He just
And mind you, you
he
don't.
hesitated too
He get.
much, bro. It was like once he got in there with him, he was like, "Oh shit, fucking my idol, my hero or something." I don't know what the fuck was
And
wrong
then
with the
that
guy.
reach though, but that reach Navarrete got on him,
Okay,
dude, and to come is like you gotta
yeah.
take that shot.
Listen,
Here, punk.
Navarrete is the type of fighter that fights off instinct. He's the type of fighter. You ever hear that famous quote by Bruce Lee? Um, just
Yeah,
flow like water, let nature take its course. Whatever
of
you
course.
come at Navarrete with, he doesn't have a game plan. He never had in none of his fights.
Yeah, and he be looking sloppy to me how he fight. I
That's
don't
what
like
no,
that. He
okay,
looks
okay.
crazy sloppy.
But that's who he is. Okay. And that's why
Mm-hmm.
I always went against him in the fights because I swore to God somebody was gonna figure that out until I understood who he was as a fighter. Then I started watching him more and I was like, oh shit. He's just the type of fighter that he truly lets nature take his course. He doesn't he doesn't prepare or watch videos for his fighters. He just comes out, stands in front of the guy, and
Yeah.
he'll start throwing a jab like this, and then he'll just do the same shit. He'll go like this and look around, and he'll wait for you to do something, and he'll just swing with you. And you could see there's no plan behind his boxing. There's no
No,
plan.
100%.
There's
hundred
there's
percent.
no plan. And it's not like a boxer coming out and setting the tone with the jab, working the jab, changing levels.
And you know that's not what they.
That's the
All their
plan.
trainers le van a decir just ve para adelante,
Yeah,
dale,
yeah.
move around.
Navarrete
That's
fights.
all they gonna. Move
Navarrete
your
fights
head,
if
move
he's
la
still in the
cabeza.
boys' club. He
Yeah,
fights like if
man.
he's still in the boys' club. That's he.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Not even to get on two topics, but yeah, Shock should beat him convincingly. I'm not even gonna say knock him out. It would be great if he stopped it, but I'm
He
not
just
gonna
got to
say
stay
knock
away
him
from
out.
his
But
power.
he, yeah,
He's got to
he
stay away
really
from
could do
Navarrete
work.
power because Navarrete can surprise you. And it looks like,
Now, 100%. But
William,
one thing I do understand, because I was worried about Shock, because he's 32. The years ain't getting any
I
younger. He
know.
making 30. For me. So that's one thing I know this may be his last fight at 30. So just for me, just make sure you do what you got to do to get out as healthy as possible. That's it for me. Because again, you never know. You can't play this shit. We seen Earl fight Tim Zoo, and that shit broke my heart. I'm like, damn, bro. Because I really seen Earl coming up. I was in high school when he fought Kell Brook. I was in high school, like
You think
literally
that,
like junior year.
hold on, plug. You think that Keyshawn systematically breaks down Haney down? He will slowly have Haney and no way out.
Now you
Haney,
know why he's saying that probably
yo,
because Keyshawn he like to step in and out, in and out. He's still them hard jabs in and out. Like he steps
I,
in and out quick.
I,
Like I like his
okay. Oh, I have a
and
hard,
more that shit cool calls him a cheat codes.
damn, I have a hard time believing something like that when Keyshawn Davis didn't even have the legs to trap Albright. And
Nah, don't do that, Roy.
Albright's footwork is not elite like Devin Haney's. Devin
No, it's
Haney,
not, bro. He's
the
like
one thing,
a
the one thing Devin Haney is a track star. And you're gonna tell me he can trap him in? I don't understand this.
nah. Now, cause put it like this, look,
I don't understand.
Albright's like another Quentin Randall, which I would love to see them both fight too. But Albright's like another Quentin Randall. They long and rangy as shit. So sometimes it's kind of it's kind of awkward
Well,
getting on these
no,
niggas
no. You see,
inside these niggas.
no. Quentin Randall is a better um
He is better boxer
defensively
for sure.
fighter, but he knows how to keep his shoulder back to make himself longer. In order to hit Quentin Randall, you're gonna have to overextend. You're gonna have to. Oh,
But you see how Brian Norman was able to like just to cut it off on him though. He was I ain't gonna lie, it was a smothering fight, but he
yeah,
was
but
still
that's
able
what
to
he did.
take.
Yeah, he smothered him because he didn't allow him to get into that position where that he rocks back like this. And in order to hit him,
Yeah.
like, okay, what was that Dominican fighter that fought him? Um, um,
Rohan Polanco.
Rohan Polanco. Rohan Polanco. Rohan Polanco couldn't figure out what Quentin Randall was doing, right?
Yeah.
Remember that fight? He could-
Now that's a fact. Quaymara was doing good.
Okay, and, he's hard to hit. You got to get him out of that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
see, there's
Right.
things about boxing, and there's angles, okay, that you got to understand. Like, for instance, there's some people out there that believe that Conor Ben is a great boxer, and that Conor Ben is a ferocious fighter, and that he's gonna really give Ryan Garcia like a great fight, this, that, and everything, right? And then a person that knows boxing, like myself, I have a that's a big pill to swallow for me to report that Conor Ben is a UK great fighter when there's so many better UK fighters than Conor Ben. But and then you
That's a fact.
watch him against Regis Progress, right? And you gotta ask yourself, a couple questions. Conor Ben, if you're such a good mover, a good fighter, you know about where you're gonna be in position, or are you just throwing punches, bulldozing forward? How the fuck did you sustain three cuts on Regis Progress that was standing straight up? Regis had no waist movement. That means you went forward and came in and smacked your face against him. If Regis
I just
Progress is literally
yeah.
standing there with two bad wheels, both his knees are fucked up, he couldn't move in the fight. You didn't have a guy that was going like this or lunging in forward. That means that Connor, you initiated the attack and then smacked into his face. You got three cuts on your face that were caused by yourself. You did that. How the fuck do you can tell me that you're a superior fighter, no positioning, angles, and know the distance between if you go like this and come up, where is he gonna be? Or are you just bulldozing up, looking up and throwing the punch?
Nah, 100%.
There's
It's
a
just like you used to
difference.
say though.
Yeah.
Yep.
So when he kept smacking his face against Regis, I was like, brother, you don't understand distance. You don't know placement. You're just delivering the punches.
But even like how you said round one, a great big guy beats a good little guy. So it's that's how they matching this. Like I said, you can see the play. So when I see that, that's why I give Keyshawn, even with the inches of reach, it matters a lot. Because
Listen,
you see
and there's
Brian Norman, he
nothing.
has
Hey,
to
I
double,
like you
triple.
brought that up. I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to give you
Nah, you
something,
good.
and I want you to keep going with your thought. I'm sorry I cut you off there, but
Now you sturdy, you
one
good.
of the biggest things here is there's no attributes involved. Keyshawn Davis is 27. Devin Haney is 27 years old. Keyshawn's 5'9". Devin's 5'9". Devin got a 71-inch arm reach. Keyshawn got a 70.
It's right there.
They're
It's good at
even
700.
across the board.
They're even,
So
Steven.
when you don't
Even
got
Steven.
any attributes, like you're not taller, you got a longer, so that you because the guy's more skilled than you, then you bring something else to the equation. But if you guys are evenly matched, now my boxing insight tells me, Edwin, you gotta go off the more
And another
experience of
thing
the
too,
fighters
also,
and the more skilled.
and another and another thing also to add on that, Devin has said himself he could go to 144. So what that tell me is water weight. So it's not lean muscle that's gonna be hard to cut down. It's water weight. So when Keyshawn go up to 47, he should be, even though it's his first time, it shouldn't be that much of a like I'm facing a bigger guy, like that much of a bigger guy.
All right. You guys want to know one of the biggest lies in boxing? And this would be the last time I ever reveal this, right? Because because it's just unfortunately you can't tie this to everybody, but you can. The truth about making weight, the truth about these guys, and you said this is all water weight for Devin. The truth is you can make a certain amount of weight your entire life and never miss weight. That's the truth. If you were disciplined and you stayed to your nutrition, if you didn't blow up in between fights, you can actually maintain a 20-year career. And I know this without missing weight one time. The real reality of why fighters are missing weight and can't make this weight no more because they're not dedicated in the gym and they blow up. Every fight
Yeah.
when Devin was a lot younger, I say it like from his last three fights, Devin has blown up in weight. Remember when he got confronted by Loma and Loma told him, "What are you in the heavyweight division?" While talking to Loma, he was
Nah, for
eating
sure.
candy. Devin. Devin loves candy. He's on filmed on multiple interviews, always eating gummy worms, fucking candy. And Devin was blows up in between fights. That hurts your body. The truth. Um, no one should you if you were in shape, let's say for since the amateurs and you came out into the pros and you had a 15-year career and you started in one weight division, the truth of it, you should be able to make weight your entire career.
Damn, now since you said this, so I want to ask you this now. Do you feel like Benavidez is ducking Canelo at 168? Because if they can make that fight, it's
No. That
like why not go?
that
Because 168,
unfortunately, young man, that train is sailed, and I think we should just let that go. I think that that fight is
you don't want to see that fight
no,
no
not
more?
not
Why?
anymore, not anymore. Um, first of all,
I feel you. I feel you.
First of all, Benavidez hasn't fought at 168 in a long time. Canelo's still at
Yeah.
168. Benavidez is fighting at 200 cruiserweight. He just won the two belts against Zurdo. So he's at 200. I would not advise David the Monster Benavidez for a bag of money to cut the weight from 200 to get back down to 168 to fight Saul. I wouldn't advise that. And I know Saul is not passing 175. So the fight is done with. That fight is done with. It's done. Saul, you ducked him. You feel like you didn't want to be the guy to fight the next young man. You already had 50 something fights before that fight came to in your presence. So Saul, I'll give you a pass. You know, Saul, you ducked David the Monster Benavidez. I can say that. And there's one or two more fights in question, but you basically fought everybody else, Saul. So I'll give you the Warriors nod. Tank Davis, that is something unprecedented. I've never witnessed this in my entire life. When you say ducking David the Monster Benavidez, that's one guy. Tank ducked Tio, Devin, Shakur, Loma, fucking, and the list just goes on. When's the last time in 10 years you got a Tank Davis fight that you actually wanted to see? That you said to yourself, that's the guy we want Tank to fight. If you back up Tank's resume right now, that in the last 10 fights, there's not one of those fights I ever wanted to see. Not even the Lamont Roach. I don't even want the Lamont rematch. Why? Not that Lamont didn't earn it, because he definitely earned it. But Tank, you had too much smoke. You had too much beef right there you needed to handle. Lamont came in later. That's more beef now. And you got Esau waiting on the background. But you still never beat fucking Shakur, Devin, Tio. You never beat any of your contemporaries that were there with you or called the Four Horsemen. Now, that, my friend, that is something they have never witnessed. At least Sugar Ray fought him, he fought him, he fought him, he fought him. And if you didn't fight everybody, you would have fought some of them. But you didn't fight no one. You didn't fight Lomo when you were supposed to. You didn't fight George Camboza when he had the 3 belts. You told him, vacate the belt and I'll fight you. So Devin Haney fought him. Because Tank, you had the shot at the 3 belts. You didn't take it. Then you didn't fight Haney, Tio, fucking, you name it. You name it. Yeah, Saul ducked David the Monster Benavides. Yeah, he ducked him. And there's like a one more fight guy I could probably make a case for. But what Tank did, it's like everybody ignores that. And it's like some guys, they've done some shit that in the last 25 years in boxing I've never seen. How many times just in the last 18 months this explosion of guys losing fights, getting title fights? Tio lost the fight with Shakur, he got a title fight. Ryan Garcia lost to Rolly, got a title fight. Canelo Alvarez lost to Terrence Crawford, he's getting a title fight against him, Billy. That Japanese dude that just fought in Japan, he lost his last fight. He just got a title fight. He just won the title. There has been, I, we are entering just a new era in boxing, and I got to change with the era. You know, like, okay, for instance, shout out to Coach Malachi. He had Keyshawn Davis, his coach and trainer, on his show. They were talking. Coach Malachi, he was telling Coach Malachi, Keyshawn's trainer, that Bill Haney needs to shut the fuck up. But Bill Haney, every time they go in a negotiation, he runs to social media and he puts down everything they talked about. That he believes that, some of these things should be done private. Keyshawn Davis's trainer said this. And that Bill, um, he's fucked up because he's putting all our business out there. And I'm saying to Keyshawn Davis's coach, you're damn right. Move up with the times, my brother. What Bill Haney is doing is what the fans have been asking for a very long time. A little transparency between what's really going on between the fighters. Is it the fighters that want to fight, or is it these guys with the business suits that want to take out a lot of the money? Right? Okay. So when he said that, I was like, oh, hell no. I'm sorry, Keyshawn Davis is head coach, trainer, or whatever. I said, we're not going back to the Stone Age. We've been out on the dark on all this shit. We finally got a promoter or a manager like Bill Haney. He does if you don't got nothing to hide, then why are you worried what he says? Bill's putting it out there for the public. And that's what we wanted. And this guy is trying to put Bill Haney in a box and say, you know what, Bill Haney, you got a big mouth. Thank God for Bill Haney's big mouth. I don't agree with everything he says, but had it not been for the way he's acting, we don't get this. We don't get the WBO putting the purse bid on our stream so that the world, because the WBO saw how the fans are saying, well, then what the fuck is the number? What's the number? We want to know what the number fucking who. Then Keyshawn Davis's coach comes out and wants to bring us backwards. You guys are not entitled to that. You're not privileged to know what goes on in the back office. That's what he wants. And at a certain extent, he's right. But I said all of that to say this. This is how boxing is changing. You see? People are getting losses and getting title fights. We're getting in the room now knowing about negotiation and we're learning more, right? I don't want to go backwards. I respect what Keyshawn Davis's coach, trainer was saying. That's how you do things in the old days, 5 years ago. That's how you did it. We didn't say nothing. We don't talk about negotiations. We don't do none of that shit until everything's signed. Then the top promoter, you get to announce the fight. Every now and then it gets leaked through the cracks. Dan Raphael or somebody will report it before the promotion. They'll get pissed off. Wanted to say it, type shit, right? But that was then. We're trying to get here, and when they're talking about these fights, and it's good, I think, that boxing is changing and giving us a little bit of transparency. Yeah, if you were to go to my gym, videotape my guy sparring, and I saw that video online, don't worry, you're never going to be asked to come back to my gym. Boxing is sacred. We're working on things. There's certain things that should not be talked about or showed or shared to the public about the sport. But some of this, the fans are tired. Yo, I'm tired of blind scoring. The entire fight, we don't know who's winning. I'm tired of blind judging. We don't know where the hell that judge came from. One came from China. He came from Europe. Are they looking at the fight the same way? Yo, we're in the dark about everything in boxing. And I mean everything. We don't even know the color of the gloves. Do you know the color of the gloves before they come out? No. Like, we're in the dark with so much that this was a step in the right direction. It gave us, yo, tell me, how many of you guys knew you had to pay money to go and bid to make the first bid? How many of you knew that? I bet you none of y'all knew you had to pay to play. Did anybody ever talk about that? No, they already talk about sanctioning fees, right? Whatever they can complain about in boxing. But look what we were privileged today in Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Thank God to the WBO title that they're starting to implement change. And when we get change, you guys, hey, I want change in boxing. I want boxing to change. When we finally get change, you guys push back from it. I don't get it. And 5 years ago, I would have been on Keyshawn Davis's trainer's side with everything he said. Yup, that's right. Say that. You ain't supposed to be telling our business all over social media. Nah, fuck that. Now I see the way the game is changing. And I'm like, we might be onto something here. Let's see where this goes. At least it's some kind of change. Yeah, leaving the way that things are or the way they were, then wouldn't that mean that nothing changed if nothing changed? Right? So at least I want something to start going somewhere. So we got progress. I'll take it. Yo, listen, with boxing, man, I'll take what I get. I'll take what I can get. If I can get another rule change here, some place to go along with this place here, a little bit of transparency here, I'll feel better. But for the last 40 years, boxing has been the same. We need help. Zuffa is not the answer. To me, you guys are just another promoting, lining your pocket off the pain, sweat, and tears of the fighters. We've already had that. What are you really changing? After the fighters retire from Zuffa, what's their pension plan? Now we're talking. What are you doing for the fighters? Zuffa. You know what I'm saying? Like, implement real change, not more structure. You implement more structures, so that you could run your organization like an iron fist. Zuffa, you could just dress up Zuffa in different packaging, but it's the same product. You just got a different ribbon and a bow on it. You might have shined up the fucking side of the box. You're actually not different than any of the boxing entities in boxing Zuffa. You're just not different. You just got different packaging with a different ribbon. It's all you got. You know, sometimes when you look at things in life from the outside looking in and everything, man, it could seem like it's different, but it's the same shit. It's the same shit. You know what I'm saying? When they try to sell you like that bootleg cereal, it's mom. The guy in the package is different, and your mom's telling you it's the same shit. It's not the same shit, but it's the same shit type shit. It might taste different, might look different, but it's still cereal. Still fucking cereal. Just different packaging. That's it. You know what I mean? So you could take a vegetable all you want and dip it in fucking chocolate. You're still eating an apple, ain't you? Might be a chocolate covered apple, but it's an apple. It's just change, man. It's just we need help in boxing. And I'm waiting for somebody to come and fucking make everything right. I'm all for it. I'm all for change. I saw Zuffa come in. I was waiting to see what they had till they offered. Everybody got their panties in a bunch. A lot of people did, not everybody. And they was like, "Oh shit, he's gonna be the next." And I'm sitting back and I'm watching them, and I'm like, "All right, I see y'all throwing around money, cool, but you always get those fans that are impressed easily. They're impressed real easy. And not that I was always like this. No. I used to get impressed easy. Like my friend would show me a new baseball glove or something. Oh shit, that's just the dopest, right? I get impressed easy, but in my late age, I've seen so much shit in my life that it's hard to impress me. It's really hard. Like I'm not impressed, you know. And I know the difference and I know the meaning of that. I've seen shit happen right in front of my face. And after a while, your body just gets numb to it. You see it go down and you're just like, oh, you just walk right over him. Can I get a soda? Pair of chips? Yep. Like dudes is fighting right there in the store, right in front of you. And I'm just walking to the counter. Here, let me get my chips. Yeah, yeah. I'm not impressed. I see that every day, so it's like, it's hard to impress me. So whenever I come across things in life, I want them to prove it or show me at least. Yeah. I learned that um you can be lulled to sleep by first impressions of a person or place or thing. You could assume something is better or greater than what it actually is. And then you're the one that's easily impressed, you know. My teacher one time, she called me intimidating one time. She said, she called me by my last name and she was like, "You're very intimidating sometimes," right? And I looked at her and I said, "Am I intimidating or are you easily intimidated?" I just asked her. Yeah, I was a little aggressive when I was younger. Yeah, I could have been a little intimidated, but I don't think I'm a intimidating. It's not like I got like a scar or something. I look like rough, like I don't think I look intimidating. I think I look all right. I get pissed off fast and my face changes, yes, but we were just inner city kids in fucking bad school. That's where we were, and we were just bad kids, and we had to deal with our shit. But I guess it's perception and my experience in life. That's it. So when Zufa came around, I wasn't drawn by them like that. I need them to prove themselves. You know what I'm saying? I've seen too many hustles, too many scams, too many con artists in my life to hear their, oh, look what amazing we're doing for something. I know what a disguise looks like. I know business and marketing too. I understand it a little. I don't know all the ins and outs of everything. No, but I'm well schooled and well versed to know that never make a decision in your life if somebody wants you to buy something right away. If somebody came to you and you wanted to buy a bottle of water, in fact, and somebody came to you and said, listen, I'm going to sell you this bottle of water. This is a $20 bottle of water. I'm going to give it to you for $2. But the only reason why I'm going to give it to you for $2 is because you got to act now. You got to buy it now. Later, the price ain't going to be $2 later. If you want it now, or I walk away. If somebody comes to you with that business mindset, no, check it out. You need walk away. Walk away. Even though you could look at the object, whatever, the fact that they don't give you enough time to think about it, there's nothing to think about. Walk away. If I'm making a big business decision, I need 24 hours to think about it, depending how much money I'm spending, right? I need to think about it. I need to look at the angles, the ins and outs. What's the value in that? Sometimes whatever I buy, I already got it sold. He doesn't know that, but I know that. So I'm buying this off of you, but I already know someone that's going to buy this. So I'm making an investment, right? So whatever investments in life you do, I learned the hard way. If you're like looking at, and if you like want to, let me look this shit up. I got to Google this one, right? Then, and he's like, no, no, I don't got time for you to Google. You need to buy it right now. Walk away. Walk away. Son, you got to be able to calmly look over your investments, look at your angles, look at what you're going to do. Sometime on the street, you got to do this in real time. But if you see, like, don't go against your thing, but sometimes deals will arrive. Some dude will come up with some shit. I need $40. Yep. And you could tell right away. You don't need time to think about it. Yep, I'll give you $40 for that. But you know the value. That's different. But when Zufa's coming into something and they're telling us and they're doing all this, that's where my curiosity and my spider boxing senses woke up. And I was like, yo, I'm not shitting on them at all. I just want to give them a year to prove what their product is. No matter what they put out, until a year passes, I'll give you what I think. But let's see where they're at in a year. That's what I said, and that's my mindset. And I share that with you guys. And I tell you, don't think that round one is bashing these dudes or I'm putting this guy down. No, a lot of times in a lot of these cases, the guy's got to prove it. He's got to prove, like, I didn't dub fucking Duran Pucenes the Phenon. Everybody took that name. He's the Phenon. No, he's not. He's a great fighter, good fighter, but he hasn't earned that name yet. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't earned that shit. No. He has the ability, all the skills in the world to pull that name off. Yeah. Will he get there one day? Probably so. Probably so. And the run that he'll do it in is at 154. Shit, he beats Josh Kelly Now I got his name right with Josh Kelly, right? I fucked him up and messed him up with Lewis Crocker with Liam Paro. But anyway, um, he beats Josh Kelly and Sebastian Fundora. Yes, those two. And he beat Xander. He can start earning that name, the Phenom. That's when you'll start getting the title name. But you're not getting the Phenom going 24 rounds with Karen. And some people were like all messed up about that with me. Oh, Edwin, why don't you think he's a Phenom? There you go again, putting the cart before the horse. And all I'm asking is for him to prove himself. From the show me, just show me Jerron Boots Ennis. You don't have to talk me into or sell me on the fact that that's his name. You want to call him the Phenom? Call him the Phenom. Go ahead. Right? I'm just saying he's not that yet. And fucking people got bent out of shape. Oh no, he is the Phenom, bro. Call him whatever the fuck you want. He doesn't have the credentials or the resume to deserve such a name. I don't know what phenoms mean to you, but a guy that just wins the next belts, no title defenses. Doesn't have one title defense. He's a phenom? Like, chill out, bro. Just that, I'm just more reserved. And I guess I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And they're gonna be like, yo, round one, you crazy about this. And I'm like, yo, listen, I listen to everybody that said that the bid was only for those two guys. I can't wait. I can't wait because they gotta get every penny of that purse bid. I don't know where you guys think that you guys can say the money is for them too, but let's take some of the money out for certain other things. But that's not the budget. But we're going to use their money. No, if that money was exactly just for them, every penny needs to go to them. Then the promoter got to come out the pocket for the venue and the rest of the fighters. Because according to you guys, that purse bid only had their two names on it. Remember that. Remember what the argument was. You're not supposed to take that money, pay them, and the venue. And then that wouldn't be just for them. That would be for them. Where did the venue get added into it? There is no venue. There is no card. So if you use $1 for anything else, you guys are wrong. They have to get every bit of that purse bid. How are you going to publicly put out the purse bid? I know 8.55. I see it. They read it off. Give 75% of that to Devin, and the 25 comes my way. Where does the money for the venue come off? If that what you guys are saying, then there's no way they can take money out of that and buy the venue. Every dime needs to go to them, and then the mysterious millions of other dollars need to come pay for the rest of the card and the venue. You can't buy, like according to what you're saying, you can't buy Des Keyshawn Davis and them and a venue if you got three spots you got to pick out. How did that price get put into the equation? No. What the fuck is the promoter and the investors investing into a fight? They go to the investor. They say, we want to put together Keyshawn Davis and Devin Haney. We want you to invest into the fight. They invest into the fight. And whatever they want to do with this money, that's the purse. If they want to give it all to them, they could do that, yes. I wouldn't recommend it. You could do that. But you're going to take that money, and I bet you Some of that money is going to go to the co-main event. And if you were smart, you would lower the money on Devin and Keyshawn, take more money so you could buy a better co-main event with that 8.5. So that, see, the investment by doing so, that helps Devin and Keyshawn. If you get a better co-main event, you'll get more pay-per-view sales, buys. The co-main event is not entitled to pay-per-view, only the main event. So if you sacrifice money off of your purse and buy a better co-main event, you sell more, more pay-per-views. That's more money for Keyshawn and Devin off the back end, or whatever their percentage is off with the zone for the pay-per-view streaming network, whatever, however that works now. Michael Jordan took less money to get Scottie Pickens, Kukos. Tom Brady took less money to get Randy Moss, right? If Keyshawn and Devin was smart, they wouldn't take the whole 8. You get 1 point something for a co-main event. You buy that so that your fight, your card, it looks better. More eyes are tuning in, not just for you and Keyshawn, but you got even their fans coming in for the co-main event. More money, more money, more money. You got more fans coming to the fight, more tickets being sold, and more review sales. Because more people are tuning in because the main fight is the main event and the co-main event is a banger, and you got two different fan bases going to that fight. By taking all the money and giving it to Keyshawn and Devin, they can't sell the fight. Why would you pay them $8 million when only 2 people bid it on your fight? No other promotional company believed in your fight. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't. I've never seen that in my life in boxing, where the entire purse was given to the 2 guys. It doesn't make sense to do that. You need money to buy rest of the fights. By buying in a purse bid for 8 million, but spending 13 to put the fight together, you're not going to turn a profit. Where's your profit? You would have to pass 13, $14 million just to turn a dime, because that's how much you're invested in it. You guys believe that 8.5 only goes to Keyshawn and Devin, and you believe the way they're wording it. The fight itself is not worth $8 million. No one bidded on the fight but Top Rank and Tio. And you guys think they took 8 million? Just give it to them. We'll put another $2-3 million behind everything else with no co-main event because they took all the money. You're gonna get another $2-3 million to get a co-main event. Now that's up to 12 million. They're not gonna sell enough tickets. Devin sells. Keyshawn sells too. He sells okay. They're decent. They're not Canelo. You need Canelo tickets, bro. You need Tank Davis ticket sales. You need those kind of sales. If you can break the gate at the Barkley like Tank did, now we're talking. Now the fight is fucking. You're gonna get your money back and then some. That would be a good investment. At this point, this is a gamble. I'm nervous. The fact that nobody was fighting over the bid, that doesn't alarm you? Ed Hearn wasn't there. Oscar wasn't there. And this is supposed to be a decent fight. I don't know. I don't. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. But I hope in a weird way you guys are right now. And I hope that Devin and Keyshawn get every dime and some a little bit more because if you ask me, the money's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not the price. It's not worth for the price you pay at the end. It's really not, you know. But we all know this going into it, into boxing, us fighters, and we're fucking crazy. We don't care. We just want to fight and shit. And we don't think about that. We don't think about it. We know the price you pay at the end of your career. We don't we really don't care, man. And until it happens to, and it's sad to see it happen, but I mean that's our sport. That's our sport. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night. Thank you for tuning in here at Round One Sports Talk. Um, I can't wait. I can't wait to see tomorrow morning Devin Haney getting six, Keith John getting two. Can't wait. I want to see where they see that at. Please, if you do see that, send it to me. Prove to me they got all the money. Prove it. That's ridiculous, but okay, if you guys believe that, fine. Have at it.